framing right.
Is that good?
Good?
Good.
Yeah, are we censored?
We said censored. No, we're not censored.
Censored.
We swear way too much.
Then, yeah. Should be
There you
good.
see it?
Live? Are we not live? Scheduled.
Live.
Scheduled.
I'm watching us live.
Okay, we're up. God, we're so bad at this. You'd think
Me
we'd get the
neither.
hang of it by now. Hey Ian, how you doing?
Bill,
Hey guys, welcome. We're just figuring out how to. God, this is our, I want to say our 5th live maybe.
Yeah,
We still haven't figured out the logging in and the beginning process.
we are professionals. We are full time. We are full time at this.
Yeah.
Everyone's coming in. Kids,
Everyone's
say
coming,
what's up.
yeah.
And Ian.
Awesome. Welcome everybody.
I do have a beard. If anyone says I've got a beard, hey guys.
First beer, yeah. We're gonna get Dan. Give Dan the flavour.
I said someone tip last time. I said that right. Like give Dan the flavour.
Will you say you're like, oh, I'm gonna start to get the flavour.
Get the flavour. I've got to go home for dinner tonight. I can't get the flavour too much. I get told off. Probably watching too.
Hey Ian, thank you.
Cheers, Ian.
Thank you. Okay, we got messages flying in. We have Wi-Fi this time. We're in my new apartment, so we have good Wi-Fi. I hope.
And said the view from it is money. Yeah, this view's sick.
Yeah. Can you see it? Not a whole lot to see. Yeah, up on the 21st floor here, got an amazing view. So very happy with this place. All right.
Meet and greet in Bangkok required. Yeah, we talked about that, right?
Oh, actually, yeah, we would love to know how many of you are here in Bangkok, because if there's enough of you here, we will do a. Thank you, Bill.
Cheers, Bill.
Yeah, if there's enough people here, we will do a meet and greet.
But
Have some beers together.
where's best, right? Like
Yeah.
Khao San in the centre, Bangkok here or something, little bar.
Yeah.
Meet and greet Bangkok. Pink hair. Yeah.
Pink hair, yeah. It's
Pink
fading.
hair. Who cares? Are you gonna do it again?
I think I want to do red next.
Right.
Do something.
I think I'm waiting for my hair to grow out. I didn't tell you a story about this, did I?
No.
I went to the Thai barber, and I normally go to someone. I went there, and I've learned the lesson. Always take a picture to a Thai barber, right? And I went, yeah, skin fade on the side, mate, zero fade and stuff, and I'm going to comb over a bit. And he shaved it got out the razor blade. I thought he was going to neaten the edges, and he razored from like here with a blade, and he cut so high up, and I'm like, I had to just let him get on with it, because I'm like, I've got
It's already started, right?
I've got to have a complete bad haircut, then stop halfway through a bad haircut, and I combed it over. He put a line in there, you see, and that's growing back.
One of those.
So I've started just pulling this down. Like the rule is take a picture to a Thai barber, because language gets lost.
How funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't go to barbers here a lot. Like I went to one. It just always gets lost in translation for what I want.
It does. You have to show pictures. I've learned.
Yeah. The last one I got in Pattaya, I was like, don't do the top, like just do the sides. And I told her like blend the sides. And like I didn't want the line, but I wanted to stop.
Yeah. Have to say quite short. I think they shave.
And then, but they went
high.
out like this. And she's like, do you want me to just neaten the top? I was like, yeah, cool, neaten the top. And she just starts like chopping bits off. And it's too late. She did the front center first. And this big thing just comes flying off.
If
And
you
I'm
said
like,
stop,
"Oh!"
you'd have like a reverse mohawk.
Yeah, she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, well, I guess you got to keep going now. I left with like a Marine's haircut.
She's like, this high? Yeah, well, got to cut.
It is now.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is. I'm seeing people coming in, like, I had to stop halfway last time I was there.
Okay. Getting a few people to say you are in Bangkok. I mean, heck am I. Okay, so then we will start to work out we'll put together a plan to do a meetup at a bar. It'll be very informal and probably disorganized if you know us. So
And Keis is coming soon too. You were here before the first, right? The end of the month. I always forget. Like, you're coming at the end of the month, right, Keis? Carl, I'm able to drink that bottle in one sitting. No, I'm not able to drink this bottle in one.
come on. Cheers. Dan's drinking. I'll take it. Enough hair talk. I'm bald. It's funny, like
It's the uniform here, right?
yeah.
Some people say, I know my other friends that are bald and stuff in Pattaya, it's our uniform, don't diss it.
Yeah, I put out a video yesterday talking about individualism, like talking about the pink hair and stuff. And it's funny the mixed responses I got. Most were like really positive, and people say, you know, if I had hair, I'd dye it too, like enjoy it and stuff like that. And then some funny ones as well. People, don't know about the pink hair, mate. I'm like, it's okay, I'll live.
We're okay, but my hair's getting. You said this before. When you come to Southeast Asia, the water quality from the showering's worse, and your hair goes really bad quality. Mine used to grow so fast, and now annoyingly, it's not. Right. So I think when people come here with little hair, they go bald quicker because the water quality is bad.
Yeah.
Happened to you in Korea, right?
Yeah. That's a real thing. Mr. Tony asked, how old are we? I'm 38. You're 35.
35.
Yeah. Getting old. I shouldn't wear a Bart Simpson shirt for a date. Too bad. Are you the guy that emailed me?
What, telling you not to wear a Bart Simpson shirt?
Yeah. So like, I mentioned this in a video, but a guy emailed me and said, you know, you shouldn't wear a Bart Simpson shirt on a date. You should wear a button-up shirt. And I like, you don't watch my. Dan doesn't watch my videos.
I don't watch all of it.
But yeah, no, I essentially told him no.
No,
and most people agreed with me. I was like, you know, you should always be yourself, and I'm not the sort of person that wears a button-up shirt anywhere, really. Yeah, Keis, I made you a mod. I didn't ask you, I just did it. Sorry.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, Ian's a mod. Ian's gonna run a tight ship. So if you fuckers get out of line, bye-bye. No, it's good. You know, like, before doing the first live, we did wonder, it's like, are there going to be trolls or people talking shit? But I don't think we've had anyone, really.
Someone once kept mentioning I love Hitler, right? And that was about as bad as it got.
Yeah, and they just, just wrote a whole bunch of weird shit.
Yeah, I don't get it. I haven't got any bad comments. We used to get like a couple of days to block. I haven't got any for the last I'm putting out less videos, maybe that's why. I haven't got any for a while.
Yeah. Tokyo meditation walks. You guys suck. He's a friend of mine, so that's all right. I don't think we get any. Lately I haven't been getting as many sort of hate or just shitty comments.
Maybe because you blocked them all by now.
Yeah, I think I'm running out of
all the grumpy old ones.
Running out of trolls. It's quite funny.
Carl says, Dan, how's your running? I just ran for that one video. And I was like, I'm going to do this all November. It lasted a video.
That was a topic in my live the other night. Someone asked, like, oh, do you think Dan will keep running? And I was like, I don't think so.
I can't even run a bath, mate. Look at now, I'm so unfit.
I can't run a bath.
I ran like the thing.
If someone has a pension of $1,600 a month, can they survive in Thailand comfortably? If that's US dollars, I would say yes. I would say anything over $1,000 you can.
We've done videos on this though too, and also if you come soon and lock in a place for a year, like you have like here, the prices are so cheap that gives you so much extra cash each month, right?
Absolutely.
It all depends on what kind of standard of living you want. If you're like going out every single night, which would be quite hard to do at the minute anyway in lots of places, then you're going to spend loads of money. But you wouldn't want to go out every single night. I don't think.
God, the fucking camera's wobbling.
On the table.
Yeah.
People see that? Do you see that?
Can you guys see the wobbling? I think so.
An earthquake.
I'll come up with a better way to mount the camera.
How's the nightlife been between Nana and Asok? I just saw it that time we went out with Ken and 2 passports. Like the street, it's the only time I've been there, and the street looked busy, right? Soy 8 it was. Oh, Brad,
thank you.
Cheers.
Brad's coming over here very soon.
I appreciate the support, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah, Brad's coming out here very soon. I feel like there's a lot of people about to come or have just come.
Because that time, the end of the year, and people are sick of waiting. They're like, I'm going to come anyway.
And Australians can travel now, finally.
Yeah, so they're like, whatever.
Finally, it's been 2 years.
You'll have everything you want here, believe. Like, there's enough to do whatever it is you want to do.
Yeah.
You're not going to have heaving bars sprawling out of the streets in Pattaya like we used to have, and Walking Street won't be massively busy, but there's a lot less people.
And there's still just
lots
as much
to
fun.
do.
Yeah, absolutely.
You'll personally have enough to do, right?
Yeah, like Keis and Road's been really busy. I've made videos on that. Yeah, I've had great nights, and people say everything's closed or whatever, but no, you can definitely.
And why do you need? Like I was thinking, I said to somebody there, like I don't need a whole city open to have fun. I'm one person experiencing one place at a time, right? I'll just go to the 10 places that are open that I know.
And that's where everyone's going to be anyway, right?
Yeah, because there's so few. It's like rammed in those places. I'm not sure why. I love Ladyboys. Okay, cool, PB. I'm not sure why. Please make more videos. I did one just last week. One of the you've shot with Ladyboys too.
Yeah.
I have. What's the videos on that?
Yeah, I'm friends with a couple of ladyboys that I would love to get on camera, but they're just
Big camera shy, right?
camera shy, and they don't like. They're scared of the criticism as well. You know, they don't want people talking
We've
shit.
mentioned this before.
basically,
People
so-
say shit things in the comments that puts them off, so it's gonna like put people off doing it, right?
Yeah,
When you're off to Phuket, boys, I don't know.
is on the list.
It is on the list. Yeah.
I've been and we've talked about going. We both want to go.
Just trying to time everything in, right?
Yeah,
Everything else is
yeah.
going on.
For me, I've been just like getting this apartment finalized. I've spent an absolute shit ton of money in the last couple of weeks with like my deposit and everything, and I've just renewed my visa, and that's another added expense. So I just need to chill for like a couple of weeks. But no, I do definitely want to get down to Phuket, and it looks like that's where the real party is.
Yeah, I wonder what's going to be like New Year's. Like where else? Because the Prime Minister paid like the government paid out money for like New Year's parties, but Thai's like cancelled like alcohol until the middle of January, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if Phuket's the big one. Maybe any of you guys know. Oh, cheers.
Okay. Thank you.
What's that? Suk my hog.
Thank you.
Good one.
Yeah. Someone said we missed Ting Tong's message. I'm just trying to find it. Hi Ian posted 4 times. I think that Ting Tong, we're not ignoring you. Sorry, we're just getting
There's so many messages
inundated
coming
with messages. I'll find it. Maybe.
Let me
Maybe
see
not.
what's coming through. But you can filter on the top and find it by person.
Yeah. This is a great question. From EJ23. Have you guys liked it better quieter, or is it better pre-COVID levels? And we were just talking about this recently.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about this actually? I'm
Yeah,
gonna try and
you find that comment. So I came obviously for the last like 10 years, at least once a year on average, sometimes 2, to like Bangkok, Pattaya, and also Koh Samui. I've been there quite a long time, and so I've seen it busy. I've only seen it busy. I've only seen Pattaya like crazy busy. When I go there now, obviously it's heartbreaking, and you guys will think the same thing if you go there and see everything empty. At Bangkok too, but also you are spoiled on so many fronts that you have like the beaches to yourself, the accommodation everywhere is 50% off. There are still people around to talk to, and there's a lot less going on. You are spoiled, and if you're the one Farang going anywhere, you are like made a fuss of quite a lot. It's just like the attention you got before, but like you're made quite a lot more fuss of because it's only you.
Sorry.
You set in the camera.
Trying to.
You rested it on Singer beers.
No, they're Singer soft drinks, so
Oh yeah, lemon soda.
they're not.
Yeah, use those as a
They're not
camera,
important. Yeah. Hopefully that's better. Sorry, guys.
Dan's chick from the UK. Yeah, she is. Yeah, she's been living here for
Shit
like
bricks.
9 years.
Cool. Sorry for the. No, it's still gonna wobble.
What location is this? Asok?
I saw. Yes.
Ish. Well, no, it counts as Asok all the way through to here, right?
Did you see Ting Tong's?
No, Ding Dong, put it again if you didn't.
Sorry, yeah, Ting Tong, we're not ignoring you.
Evening guys, no problem with the pink hair and suit. And every time I scroll up, more people comment, and it keeps dragging it back down.
Yeah.
There's no way to see
Yeah.
the old comments.
Tough to see. But thank you very much for everyone that like is commenting and contributing here. It's great. Evening guys, no problem with the pink hair, pink suit. You have a pink suit? I've never worn a pink suit. That's a level up from me.
Would you remember when I was like 18 in the UK and was Australia, pink was everywhere, and all I ever had in my wardrobe were like pink t-shirts, and all the boys used to go out like a group of us, all in pink with our hair like bleached, like pieces in there, a couple of diamond earrings with like David Beckham style with pink t-shirts.
Yeah, it was a real thing. I remember I was in Australia and I met a guy like before pink was a thing. And I met this guy in a pub and he had a bright pink shirt on. I was like, cool shirt. And he's like, you taking the piss? And I'm like, no, like, I like it. And he's like, I'll wear it so I can get in fights.
I'll wear it to intimidate people.
Yeah, he wears it so people give him shit and then
he gets
and
down
he's
the
got an
fight.
excuse to clock him. Mr. Tony asked, what are your thoughts on Thais being racist to foreigners? I have not experienced any racism myself being here. You know, there's the ongoing debate of Thai price and foreigner prices, but I don't think that's a racism thing. That's just an ongoing thing.
Oh, the thing, yeah. Yeah, I haven't heard anyone go like, I hate, dislike you, treating you different because you are like white. Yeah, there is the different price thing like we spoke about before.
Yeah, the price difference. I think that's the only thing. I haven't experienced any racism or anything like that. Dan, don't tell me you don't miss the bottles at iBar chilling on the table.
Oh yeah,
Where's
the big
iBar?
like Samsung bottle. So Insomnia's upstairs. Thai bars downstairs,
Right.
and you buy the bottle. About 1,300 baht, you get your bottle of Samsung with some Cokes and ice and stuff, and then you're drinking. And also, if you buy a bottle, they have to give you a table. They like moved people on, so you got like a nice table. And then what you didn't drink, what you didn't finish, you put behind the bar, and came the next day. Those were the days. Those were the days.
Sorry for the camera adjustment.
And yeah, Martin, we were saying earlier about a meet-up in Bangkok, just seeing who's here.
Yeah. And if there's enough of you guys, definitely we'll do a get together. Someone asked about spending Christmas here in Thailand. I saw it and then it disappeared. I'm here for Christmas.
I just walked past Terminal 21, coming along here, and the Christmas tree with the music blaring out, but all the, I saw the big one before. They had them like all the way along now, and like Santa's grotto outside with girls like posing with the stuff. It's so really Christmassy. I was singing the Christmas songs. Is it too early?
No, they started putting the tree up the day after Halloween.
Yeah, they do that in the UK. Do you not do that in?
Yeah, pretty much.
But I was surprised to see it here. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I don't know about many of the Thais celebrating Christmas or in the same way, or if they do you know?
I've never been here for a Christmas.
No, I've never been on a Christmas. And I've been here for a Christmas. I guarantee if you're here for Thai girl, she said, yeah, we buy loads of presents for Christmas. And you have to
buy them all. Yeah. I'll be here for Christmas this year.
See if you get any presents.
Yeah, we'll see. I might have to go out drinking or something. Dale Pittman said, I just arrived in Thailand waiting for my COVID result. How much do you guys use credit card to pay for stuff?
Oh, we just talked about it earlier.
Yeah.
I use it a lot. So I'm in, when I go to like the big city or a shop and doing like a large amount like of spend, I use my card. I'll just tap it like you do back home, like contactless. That's because my bank, I'm with the UK. I don't get loads of extra charges for using it abroad. Depends on your bank. You should check with them and stuff. Like I can use my card, tap and everything, just like I do back home here.
In malls, it's pretty much a cash society here. Though.
Yeah, if you go into like a small shop, mum pups and stuff.
Yeah, mum pups, like taxis,
food.
everything. So yeah, I use cash for everything.
You don't have Scan Pay set up here, right? All the Thais have, and the government has Scan Pay. So on their phone, they like scan the QR code and you pay. That's really big here, but that's only set up in Thai banks here, I think. Even I've seen them even on the small little mum pup shops, they Scan Pay for everything. That's the most common way to
just
pay.
The QR code, which is super clunky. I've seen them do it, and then they have to show the phone, and then
we
the
had
other person
QR
has
codes
to,
like years ago in the UK, and then people stopped using them. It was like
COVID has been the resurgence of
QR codes here. But I don't know why they don't tap with their like they scan a QR code rather than tap with their phone like we do home. I don't know why. Apple Pay. Please get Apple Pay Thailand. In Australia, I pay everything on my watch or just your phone watch, and then I didn't need a wallet, which was an amazing thing. Whereas here, like we're arguing over who's going to pay like at the supermarket to get rid of coins because you got a pocket full of coins.
Pocket full of coins.
I've got a jar full of coins. I haven't seen coins like back home for years.
Yeah.
The only time you've had coins if you won on a fruit machine. In the
Ian,
farm, right?
Ian, it was your birthday on Tuesday. You didn't get any presents. You're having a party soon though, right? So hopefully, I'm sure someone will get you something there.
Traveling the entirety of Thailand? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Do you have any plans to travel all of it, like Paddy does, and go around? Yeah, we have a base here in Bangkok. You have an apartment here. I've got a girlfriend here, and we have it here. And then to like go out to other places. Yes, absolutely, yeah.
Definitely a plan. Yeah.
It's always on a plan, but no rush. We're going to be here for a while, right?
Yeah, and I have been sort of moving around, but I've been dying to get settled because I want somewhere I can just put everything and just call home. But it is on the cards, and definitely I'd like to do a bike tour and spend some time doing that. But I think, you need to be settled for a while and then do that. It seems like when Paddy was talking to us the other night, he's sort of looking to settle himself now. So it gets tiring being on the road all the time. But then when you're settled for a while, you start feeling like, I want to go get out and about.
Musty Bob, what do you guys do for work? You're watching it.
Yeah.
That's what we do for work. Cheers.
Report of...
2 in the row. Wait,
thank you. There's 2? I'm out. Hang on, let me get a beer. Thank you.
Did Kevin Thailand pass away, or did he have a visa issue? Kevin Thailand passed away 2 years ago now or so. I mentioned it in a video I did the other day. He's one of the original Pattaya bloggers, one of the old school. Great guy. Yeah, unfortunately he did pass away. Yeah. Cool. Do you have any?
I'm looking at the same building background of you guys. That's hilarious. Oh, maybe.
Can you bring beers?
That was so good. If any of you guys saw our last live stream, we had a guy who we were running out of beers, and there was a guy. He's like, "We're staying in the same." I'm staying.
You
like
can hear us, right?
Yeah. He's like,
Two
"I'm 2
doors
rooms
down.
away." He ended up bringing us beer. Hey,
Silver, cheers.
Silva, thank you. What's CHF? I need to learn more about global currency.
Chilean francs. Making that up completely. Of course, it's not.
Someone gave me a tip of something, and it was like I don't know, like whatever the local currency was, and I was like, cool, four somethings, and then I googled it, it was like $50.
Oh wow!
So it's just like the
You
exchange
know
was
the
so
local
different.
currency.
Yeah. Jae-chan, 안녕하세요. Hello.
I envy you guys finding Thailand early in life. I'm in the process of securing a Thai elite visa at the moment.
Nice.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have found it late in life. I was lucky. I mean, I came here 10 years ago. I was in my early 20s. I just happened to work with an Australian guy at a race course I was doing when I was at uni who told me all about Thailand and Pattaya. And he's like, you got to go to this place, mate. It's the most beautiful woman in the world. And I was like 21 or 22. I was like,
Okay.
I'll go.
Most beautiful women in the world. I'm
I was
sold.
like, really? I was so naive. I had no idea. He's like, okay. And that was it. The rest is history.
Phantom Lord said, "What's the best Thai driving app? Thai Uber, Bolt. I find is the best."
Bolt's cheap. So much cheaper than Grab, right?
Yeah, so I do a trip. I go up to Nonthaburi quite frequently, and if I get a Bolt, it's significantly cheaper than getting a taxi. If I get it, because it's close to like a 45-minute drive from here. So if I book it on Bolt, I pay about 250 baht. If I pay it in taxi, it's close to 350 sometimes.
How do you guys deal with the ATM fee? So yeah, 200 baht, like £5-ish, that is, whatever. But if you go to a normal booth, you'll also have a fee. They'll take a commission. But when I go to the ATM, I always get 45 baht to the pound, 33 to the dollar, whatever it is. It's always quite a good
Oh, the
exchange
exchange
rate
rate's
at Bangkok, as opposed to when I go to the booth. It's either the same or slightly less, but they also take a cut. It's not the same as they display on the wall. So you're going to get like something taken away either way. But I'd rather use my card than bring cash. With my bank, they give me back my ATM fees. So it doesn't actually cost me anything to use the ATM. I know
Okay.
most banks don't have that, but mine does.
Right, and I can add to that. So I bank with Citibank, which is a global
you do,
global
right.
bank. So I set that up in Australia, and that's all in Australian dollars, and I've got Australian money in there. And if I use Citibank here, because there's Citibank ATMs around here, I don't pay any fees or anything like that.
That's great.
So people in Australia always ask me what to do.
You set up Citibank,
but
yeah.
Set up Citibank, but if I go to just a regular ATM outside of 7-Eleven or whatever, I pay quite a bit. I pay
200 baht.
200
whatever
baht,
it
yeah,
is,
it's like $8 Australian dollars, which sucks. But thankfully in Asok there's a Citibank bank just down here, so that's my thing. I'll go there once a week and pull out my money for the week, and that's a good way to budget too. That's one good thing about being cash is you can monitor your spending so much
Yeah.
easier. You see the
When
money
you're
disappearing
tapping
in your
away,
wallet.
you don't, you can't
Yeah,
monitor
yeah,
it, right?
I watched the Too Old to Travel today, Dan. 42 is definitely not too old to travel.
Definitely not, bro.
Definitely not.
There's no age requirements here. As soon as you come here, you drop 20 years at least anyway. So you're only 22, man.
Yeah. 365 property buyer. If I subscribe, we have a meetup and a free Bugs Bunny t-shirt. We'll definitely have a meetup, but the Bugs Bunny t-shirt's mine, sorry.
Swiss francs. Got it. CHF is Swiss francs.
Pardon our ignorance.
Yeah. What bank then? I'm with Halifax if you're in the UK, and they've got one credit card. If it still exists, the Clarity credit card. I don't know if I'm grandfathered in on those like old rules, but Halifax. But we also got Citibank in the UK. So go to Citibank because they're all over the world for that reason that you don't get charged.
Yeah.
They're really easy to set up too. Actually, my friend went in there and they had like somebody set up his account, like gave him like drinks, sat down. It's a really nice bank, and it was really simple and easy. I should bank with them.
Sammy asked a great question. Would you ever become comfortable enough with local traffic that you'd buy a car or motorbike? I would like to buy a motorbike.
That'd be cool.
I don't know how much I'll use it because the traffic is
There's
fucked.
loads for sale right now because of COVID and no one's renting them. Loads of rental ones are for sale, quite cheap.
Right. Dan drives here.
I drive, yeah.
Came and picked me up yesterday. But it's so funny, we went in peak hour traffic in the morning and it would have been quicker to catch a BTS. I should have just come to you.
It's about the same time to walk. Like, I could have walked here.
Yeah.
The same. Traffic is mad in Bangkok. It was okay until September, and then all the restrictions lifted in Bangkok, and traffic got back to like. If you've ever been here, you know never to get a taxi in Bangkok to go somewhere. Get a bike or a BTS, not a car, because you'll sit in traffic for so fucking long.
Yeah. Unless it's the middle of the day or the middle of the night. Man, every time I'm reading, I like find good comments and then it automatically scrolls.
365, no, it's a credit card, but cash withdrawals don't have a charge. Fly off to Bangkok, 48 hours. Yes, Kurt, yes. But you're buzzing. You know when you've got that couple days left before you go in and you're just so excited, like every 2 minutes your mind changes back to like Thailand or what you're going to do. And then you start watching YouTube video non-stop.
Yeah, I met a guy today, like just down in Arsog, and he just arrived yesterday. And he had that glow about him, like someone new. First time in Thailand, and he's like, I could just see he's glowing. He's like overwhelmed by everything. And he's like, oh man, I just got here. It's so exciting. And it's like, yeah, really cool. And I was like, oh, I love that. I remember having that.
Popping your arrival cherry, they call it. Right? You're like, dude, the heat's still nice. You're like, yes, I'm sweating fucking mad. I love it. That thing wears off. Bouncing off the walls, yes, mate. Yeah. Oh yeah, everyone hit the like.
Oh yeah, thank you. Have we ever considered trading in crypto? It's such a big thing, and I get asked that so much. If we start to make more money, and if I stop spending so much money, then it's a possibility.
I don't want to do anything I don't know. Like, you can learn loads about it, right? But equally, I've learned loads about YouTube, and I make good money on YouTube now.
Yeah.
If I'd concentrate all the effort onto crypto, I'm sure I could learn more and do more with it. But
you'd be better off giving it to like an investment manager,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
and just being like.
But also, I bought Bitcoin like years ago. Like, I don't know, 5 years ago. I bought some. Wish I'd kept onto it because it was booming, and then I like sold it. I just wasn't too interested. Like, but if it's gonna make money, I should.
Ajay asks, would it be easier to open a Thai bank account? I think there's a whole bunch of hoops you have to jump through to get a Thai bank account. I think because when I was like setting up my place for here, one of the questions they asked me, they said, "Do you have a Thai bank account?" I said, "No." And they said, "Oh, it might be easier for you once you have this contract."
You need to show residency, I think, somewhere,
residency
right?
for a year, but the visa that we're on doesn't last visa the whole time. Yeah. So, yeah, it's not easy, which is why I just go with Citibank and cash, unfortunately.
Any interest in going to the fights? Yeah, the Muay Thai fights. I'm not sure are they open. I've not seen any adverts for any.
No, I haven't seen any.
You don't really see them in Bangkok adverts for too many anyway. I drove past the stadium in Pattaya last week maybe, but it didn't look very open.
Reportify Media and Travel says, when the border opens, I'll bring you guys here to film some crazy videos. I would love to visit China. Reportify Media has an amazing channel. Check him out. Really high quality, great drone shots, awesome cinematography. Yeah, I'm dying to visit China. And when I watch your videos, it becomes even more enticing to me.
I'd like to go to, what's the opposite Hong Kong? Shenzhen, do you pronounce it Shenzhen? Where all the factories are and they create like, there's like everything in the world is like made in that like huge mega city in China, where you can go like everything's fake. They go like, you know, they actually make like the real like handbags or clothing there, and then they make like more next door like fake ones, and you can go like fake shopping and come back with like a whole new wardrobe.
That's crazy. Korean food versus Thai food. You have to choose one. Which is it? Sorry, Thai fans, but it's Korean food.
I better say Korean too.
Thai food's great. I'm not shitting on Thai food. Love Thai food. I miss Korean food. It's something, there's so much variety. Even more so than Thai food. I find with Thai food, I end up eating the same things, or everyone does the same things but very differently here, which is quite interesting. Whereas Korea has like much more of a diverse selection of food to have.
A lot of influences, like Chinese influence. I had like jjajangmyeon, did you pronounce it jjajangmyeon the other day? But it's like a Chinese influence on some Korean dishes, right?
Yeah.
It's really tasty.
And they've got things like cold noodle soup, and you have it and there's like ice in the water. And it's,
oh, cheers. Flying over in 3 weeks, can't wait.
3 weeks.
But it can't come quick enough, man.
3 weeks, that's when, like, that's an awkward length when you're just like it's not just yet.
Can I get excited yet?
Yeah.
3 weeks is long enough for something to lock down. No, I'm joking, don't worry, you'll be fine. It's not.
Someone asked a great question to you and now I can't find it.
Correct, Dan. Shenzhen, yeah, it's the home of DJI. Good.
Home of DJI. I wanted to ask, do you use a Phantom? It looks like a DJI Phantom in that footage, because it's hard to use a drone here in Bangkok because there's so much, like there's so many buildings and stuff. I have a DJI Mavic Mini and I just get so much interruption here in Bangkok because of all the Wi-Fi and everything like that.
Oh, really?
But I have wondered if, like the DJI Phantoms, they're huge and they're designed to be able to go over cities and stuff. I did wonder if that would make it easier.
Oh, here's a fun one, YouTube one. Do you guys get competitive with video subscriber count and stuff? No, I think competitive is the wrong word. We discuss like analytics or what's working and stuff daily. Probably at least daily. Like this worked, this didn't. I did use tags, I didn't use. I used this title, did this and stuff, and we do that. But not in a competitive sense. Like
no, and that's actually a really funny question because I'm a super competitive person, and I want to be the best at everything, sort of thing. But when it comes to YouTube, like I'm not at all with Dan.
People have asked before, like working with other YouTubers, they're like your competition, but it's not, because the way YouTube works and sharing and internet, and he wants you to stay on the site. If you make a Thai video, I'm likely to be suggested, right, and vice versa. So the more people making Thai content, the better. Like for all Thai creators, it's not like we'll only watch one and no one else.
Yeah, it's and I think it's really helped our growth, like using each other. Much more so than I even realized. And we were talking about this just yesterday, is that I never realized how many YouTubers there were here in Bangkok or here in Thailand. I thought when we came, because there's so many people that are just hard to discover or whatever, and it's hard to break out. I thought there was like the big guys, you know, there's like Chad and Chris and like Kenny and Paddy, all the, you know, the big guys that you know. And then I thought there was no one down until like the very, very lower levels. And it wasn't until just recently, I've had so many people reach out to me and they're like asking for advice and stuff like that. And I'm finding so many more channels that are sort of stuck around the 1,000 to 2,000 subscriber base. And I thought we broke out of that. In hindsight, we broke out of that really easily.
Yeah, really.
It seemed like forever at the time. I was like, for me to get to like 1,000 to 2,000 felt like forever. And to break out, Holistic Chain is another one. And for me to break out of that. But in hindsight, we actually broke out of that surprisingly easy. And I think a big part of that was having the two of us doing the videos together, because so many people found me and then found Dan from me and vice versa. Someone actually just commented on here earlier, oh my God, I follow both of you, but didn't know you were friends.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's ways.
We do a lot of collabs that does exactly that, right?
Yeah. It's almost like there's
each other.
two people that can find us and help us both out.
Yeah, absolutely that. So the competitiveness is complete opposite, in fact. We want to work with each other as much as possible.
As much as possible,
for that reason.
Yeah. My video that I recorded today, I shout out 2 separate ones of your videos.
Oh, cheers, bro.
Yeah.
But sometimes we do it like you don't realize it. Like I saw
helpful,
you commented on one of, like, I mentioned you in a video and I don't tell you I've mentioned you, and then I see sometimes you see it and you're like, oh, thanks for mentioning me.
Yeah.
We just do that.
I think it's an important thing to do, and having someone else to lean on is the biggest thing as well. You know, because sometimes there's trends, right? Like you get a flat spot in the month and you're just not getting the views, and it's like you're stressing. You're like, what am I doing wrong? And then if I text Dan and he's like, oh man, I'm struggling these last few days. It's like, oh, thank God, like it's not just me.
Because sometimes YouTube will do a clear out of subscribers or something will happen, or people aren't searching tight for whatever reason. Yeah. But we both have the same trends, right? Thank God we have it.
Brad from Oz said a great thing. Dan's channel, 5K views for donating money, and then yesterday's video gets 11K.
Yeah.
Frustrating, right? Some of the videos we think will do the best or deserve to do the best, they don't.
But like in a different way, that video that helped the homeless, it made like $3,400 in donations. So one there, it did well there because I've got loads of money for the donations. Oh, cheers, JD. But yeah, views, not so much. But that's because this is an entertainment platform. So people don't want to watch a charity thing, that's fair enough. It's not entertaining as such like that.
What the fuck was that?
I sipped.
Sip. Fucking hell.
I'll get a beer.
Keep an eye on this guy. Kix shouted out your channel, like left a link for your channel. Thanks, Kix. He's the one not drinking.
What he said?
Yeah. This is so good. I love how this has become an ongoing joke. Like people mention it now, like in my comments I get it sometimes.
Kix took me to, so when I first arrived in Thailand, there was pretty much, after I came out of quarantine, there was like 2 days or something before they locked down Thailand. It's still not open. And we went to Insomnia together to the club. And he had like bottles and stuff. And I was like drinking. He had tequila, I can't remember. Maybe he had some whiskey, I can't remember. But I was drinking so many like bottles of water in between my like drinks. Because I was like, I don't think you realize how wasted I get. Because I don't really drink like back home.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like if you don't...
No tolerance, yeah.
Fucking hell, bro. You're... What?
You know my tea. People always comment on my tea.
For a guy that doesn't fucking drink, open your beer with your teeth. Dear God. I saw a question before, and I can't see who it's from now. What's the best camera to use for vlogging? We both use GoPros. Love GoPros.
Yeah.
They're just so user friendly. We both have the 9s, and there's another question here about the 10. I didn't jump to the 10 because I didn't see enough of a jump in technology and everything.
Mm-hmm. If you don't have a camera and you have a smartphone, use your smartphone. Like if you don't want to invest in something,
Yep.
so many bloggers use their smartphone. The camera's incredible, and audio is also good because it's a phone. So obviously audio is always good on the phone. Like use your smartphone. But if you want another camera for a different level, then yeah, GoPro's so small you can pick it up, attach it to my bag like I do. People don't really know rather than have a big like camera like bulky. So easy.
Yeah.
And the color's nice on the GoPro, right? Like no grading.
Yeah. No grading. I don't do anything. It's just straight out of the camera. Whole bunch of comments from people saying they like our content and everything. We're reading them. Thank you. Do really appreciate that. We do plan to have a meetup. Razors said, any chance of meeting you guys? Just came to Thailand first time because of us. That's really cool.
That's nice. I love that.
Yeah, thank you. A party get together. We do plan to do it. And now that we're seeing all these comments from people, then it makes us want to do it more. Like, because we weren't sure how many people.
The worst thing we can do is like go, yeah, guys, we're gonna go down to here, this bar, and one
No one
person
comes.
show up. We'll be like, hey, mate,
Yeah.
this is an awkward threesome.
So yeah, no, it looks like there's lots of you guys here in Thailand at the moment. So yeah, that's something we'll start to do now. We'll start to plan now.
Oh yeah, get me rat face will not cost much at all, and take it. Well, I've been to many of Ladyboy bars actually. I think they're really fun. They're like great. They're the best people to talk to. They're so funny. But yeah, it doesn't cost me much to get drunk. I don't know why that's a bad thing. That's like I get drunk like on half the time, half the price, at least, and then get my food. Have a good sleep.
Someone said, hope Dan has dental insurance.
Yeah.
2 people have commented saying they've lost teeth or chipped teeth from doing that.
You got to use the right
Bro,
bang.
don't like.
Don't go in there if you're incisor like a you know what you're doing.
Oh, one of the people in here, Gone Adrift, he's my best mate back in Australia. We like learned how to open a beer with anything and with like a TV remote. And his TV remote last time I was around at his house is so worn down
I'm doing
from cracking beers. It's almost like it's got like a C shape ground out of it from cracking beers. Sorry, Sam, got to throw you under the bus there.
When a bar's opening in Pattaya? Good question. That's the question. I spoke to Nick earlier. He has Hacienda and the new bar is opening, but Hacienda I think opens next week as a restaurant. I don't know if that's 100% true, so I don't say just in case. But I don't know if bars are opening as restaurants, if there's going to be that rule, if it's been imposed. I don't keep up with much news for that stuff because we're not there, right?
Yeah, I mean January 15 is the word, right?
Yeah, that's the word for open. But whether there was that restaurant thing, Kicks, you knew something. Did you meeting on Friday? Maybe the 10th they can open restaurants of alcohol. Is that what it is? But also, there's going to be meetings and stuff said, and then there's actually what happens, right? That's Thailand.
I mean, everyone thought it was going to be mid-November in Pattaya. Like, I've got friends that run bars in Pattaya. And they were all gearing up.
Employed staff, you saw those on
yeah,
employed staff for it.
They're like, it's going to be mid-November, and then it wasn't.
On that Ladyboy video I did, they were cleaning her bar for the 1st of December. They were 100% sure.
Yeah. But whether they do the restaurant... See, the thing is here, things opening, it doesn't get announced until right before, just in case things change. I think it's always just to protect themselves. They don't want to say, yeah, everything's going to open, and then they have to change that. So, same when they opened here, it was all rumors, and everyone's like, it's going to open, and they announced that like in 2 days everything's opening.
It's as quick as that, right?
So it could still be December 1 for bars that trade as restaurants, possibly. It's too early. It's really too early to tell at this stage.
I've got some comments going. Nick Dean, yeah, he's a good guy. He's really nice when I talk to him, really down to earth. Are there bar girls in these restaurants? There's bar girls all over Pattaya still. Everyone thinks they've all gone home. There's like lots of people had condos and stayed here. Like, imagine if you're a girl working in a Pattaya bar, whatever, and then COVID came. They didn't all go back to like the farm and the village. A lot of them stayed with their friends and spent the money they had and like chilled out in the city on the beach and went places.
Yeah.
There's many there.
In Pattaya, there's tons. You go to like night markets, and that's where a lot of them hang out now.
Tree Town, right, in the evenings.
Tree Town, yeah. Tree Town's a great place to meet girls, like those sort of girls, and that's they're just adapting. They want to still work and everything, so they've adapted to how they can
Oh, I appreciate this comment. Dan, you look like you're working out. Do you know any good gyms? I haven't been to a gym for about 2.5 years because when I was in the UK, they shut down gyms like a year and a half. I went once. I did. And I've come here and I went once to my gym in my condo. But they're like, you know, condo gyms are like, they've got like a few like 10-pound weights and that's it, right? And a running machine. I don't want to do that. And I haven't been here because they've been shut until the other month. So I haven't been to a gym for a very long time. But they are all open now, I'm pretty sure, 100%, like weights gyms and everything. Big ones, Muscle Factory here, then Pattaya, they're in Bangkok. There's lots in Pattaya. Tony's is really good in Pattaya.
Endless Voyage. What's your advice for up-and-coming YouTubers? This is our area of expertise.
I love this.
And I've seen your channel. I think your thumbnails are one of the abandoned plane that I went to. Advice, I mean, really work on SEO at the beginning. Really dig down into getting your titles, descriptions, your tags, everything really right. Because the hardest thing is YouTube figuring out who you are, right?
That's why we did, and when we first launched, as much content as possible, as quick as possible. It's still good quality, right? But that's why when we went daily, we saw this. YouTube needs to figure out what you're about. That's why you
and who to show you to.
And who to show you to, exactly. And then once it's done that, then you can like do more. But the first thing I always tell people that are starting out, if I'm doing it again, and people do this, do 30 videos in 30 days, which sounds crazy, but like 6-minute videos or something, 8-minute videos, and YouTube can work out who you are. Then you can monetize quickly and do that.
Yeah.
And then figure out, and then it's a lot title and thumbnail we're finding, right? Title.
Yes. Yeah. Now, once you get
once you're established.
See, I put out a video yesterday, and the title had nothing to do with my title was Just Do It, which doesn't
ambiguous titles, right?
It doesn't, but it doesn't necessarily mean anything to do with Thailand. But YouTube just knows to show me to people that are interested in Thailand, so I get shown to the same audience. So, but at the beginning, getting your SEO is really important. Getting the tags so YouTube can figure out who you are. The tags, description, and there's tons of tutorials on YouTube. So watch vidIQ do great ones, TubeBuddy do great ones. Look at that and learn how to do SEO because that's the most important thing. Thank you.
Digital Summer.
Thank you.
Cheers. They make videos at the windmill. Cool. You don't know the windmill, right? You've not been to Pattaya before this trip.
Yeah.
I would love to take Adam.
I've seen the windmill.
And Grumpy, you can come too. The windmill is like the most notorious go-go bar.
Listening.
I think it was English. I can't remember who the owner was.
That's where like
I went there with Kevin Thailand. He took me there and I've been there. But it's like, if you've ever been, it's notorious for...
It's out of control, right?
Yeah, wild. It's wild. Way more than like Skyfall and Queens and stuff are like really classy go-go's in there. Like it looks like it looks expensive. And then Windmill is like the opposite. And everyone's really lovely and friendly and nice in there and stuff. But it's like wild crazy. So many girls in there crazy. Like in my younger days, absolutely. I'm a bit old now. I'm joking. You're not old in Pattaya.
You're not old in Pattaya.
Grumpy can come. Do you love it?
Yeah.
She'll give me this look. She's probably watching right now going, fucking not going anywhere. Come home for dinner soon. Her kink is good too. It is, yeah.
Gonna just says sticking to one topic will help. You 100% have to stick to one topic.
You cannot, even as diversified as we are, is hindering our channels a bit. We do like travel a bit, maybe there's some hotels, there's some cost of living, there's like food and stuff in there. Even more niche than that. Like if you just do food, just do hotel, just something, you'll grow so much quicker, right? It may maybe take a little bit of time because only a smaller audience, but when YouTube knows who you are and who to share you with, that's it. Like it's niche down, the Americans say niche, right? Niche down as possible, the better.
Yeah, absolutely. And I find like when I go slightly off topic, I did my abandoned hotel video that's here in Thailand, right? And like abandoned stuff and haunted stuff has such a huge interest online, but I don't get shown to those people. But I didn't do well in that video because it was slightly off topic from what I'm normally doing. So
what we worked out is that when you put out a video, it's going to first show it to like the people who've watched your stuff before or something like that. And if they don't watch it, YouTube's not showing it anywhere else.
Yeah.
So once you start making something about something, that makes sense. You can only ever do that really. You're not going to grow off topic unless you want to take the hit and grow very slowly in another direction.
Yeah. I mean, which makes perfect sense, right? If your own biggest fans don't like what you're putting out, like why would complete strength? Like why do people that don't know you, why would they like it?
Minky Flicker. Kev always said that Pattaya is the fountain of youth. I said that in my video. I got a video called "You're Too Old to Come Here," and exactly that. Like he said that to me, exactly that.
David said too many cost of living videos in Thailand. But they
Just
do
people
really
wanna
well.
know. Yeah.
They do really well. And we continue to do well. And they also, so we need to go within topic, and sometimes we need to reuse the same topic because they bring in a new audience as well. So the ones like that, and any news updates and things like that, they're really good at bringing in new.
And not everyone sees your content, right? Like we think everyone's seen every video. We've got more than 150 videos a piece, at least, like more than that. Like you haven't seen all of those, right? And there's content on that, so you can revisit stuff.
Yeah, people still ask me why there's tape on my shirt. There's no fucking tape on my shirt.
And you've said that in so many videos.
So many videos, like it's not tape on my shirt. Cool question from Tarek. How long do you think it will take to reach 100,000 subscribers?
I don't know, but I'm not concentrated on, like, we're making a living from YouTube. So we concentrate on like the revenue and subscribers, and the revenue are not linked. It's about the geo, like what country people are watching you from and how long they're watching you for. Like I've done longer videos this month. People are watching for longer. It means that I make quite good money on those videos because they see multiple adverts.
Yeah.
And they're watching from America and the UK mostly, which pays me more than if someone watched from Thailand, for example.
Yeah.
So those are the things to concentrate on, but I don't know about 100K.
Yeah, and when we were actually asking, like I asked Dan yesterday or day before, I said, you know, where are you at against your expectations when we came here? Because for me, I thought possibly my subscribers might be higher than what they are. Growth is great. I'm not at all complaining. I thought the growth might go faster. Sorry, I got way off top.
Nah, New Zealand. $5.
Someone from Grumpy, Dan, please come home before you get drunk.
I appreciate that. But that's New Zealand $5. Cheers. Cheers.
Quite funny. Sorry, to continue on, I thought my subscriber number might be higher, but I thought my views wouldn't be anywhere near what they are, and I didn't think I'd be making anywhere near as much money as I am now.
Yeah, exactly that, yeah.
Because when you look at YouTubers, typically, to get 10,000 views, you need 20,000 subscribers, sort of thing.
But we get more views than we have subscribers on most videos.
On a lot of videos.
And they're watching from good locations because we speak English. They're watching from America, UK.
Yeah.
It works. It works for us.
Yeah. Grumpy.
No, it's not.
What
I'm missing my message.
What's your revenue for the month? No, there's no way she's sending you New Zealand dollars.
No.
What's your revenue for this month looking like? I think I'll finish around $2,500 for the month, which is good. Dan should finish quite similar.
Yeah, I can look at my stats like when we're live. I think I'm going to finish. And last month I did a video every single day and made $2,400 or something from ad revenue. You got other revenue from memberships and merchandise and stuff. And this month I'm going to make pretty much the same, slightly less maybe, but I'm going to do only about 12 or 13 videos as opposed to 30. So we're learning way more about YouTube.
Yeah, we're this month's a real trial for both of us. I'm doing everyday videos, Dan's doing every second day, and we're sort of going to compare stats and break it all down at the end. So to see what difference it makes, because my videos are shorter so that I can pump them out every day, whereas Dan's doing longer videos that have more ads. All this analytics stuff like really fascinates us. So
that's really what we love. We really like. We're so geeky with that stuff.
And we've got a great group chat with 2 Passports, 1 Dream and Ken Abroad. They're good friends of ours.
We love sharing.
And we can just all talk about all this stuff, and it really helps. You really need. And someone actually went on the question of like, what's advice to grow a smaller channel? Is build a community with other YouTubers so that you can bounce these ideas back and forth all the time.
Are you at the point where you can completely live off YouTube easily here? Yep. Easily.
Both of us already.
I guess with everything combined, there's more than $3,000 made with YouTube each month, and here, that's way more than you need to live.
Yeah, I was hoping to be making by the end of the year $1,000 a month, and like close to 3 times that this month, which is amazing. But then we hear January and February is a dip because there's less people on YouTube and there's less advertising money. Like advertisers put all their budget into leading up to Christmas, so from then onwards it dips down a little bit.
Yeah, January is going to this the main dip, right? Like I think I spoke to CV Media and he was saying like PewDiePie or something, like didn't do a video in last January because of that, because he knew the ad revenue was going to dip because everyone spends on December.
PewDiePie's a freaking millionaire. We still got to go to work. Sammy Gonna Drift said, how large a donation would it require for Dan to dye his hair pink?
Don't know. Message me privately. Send me an offer. Make me an offer I can't refuse. So are you in the grey area when it comes to making dollars in Thailand? No, I've got an accountant in the UK that I like ask about that stuff, and it's like a certain amount of time spent outside the UK, but also a certain amount of time spent in Thailand before I disqualify having to pay tax in the UK. I don't get bogged down with it. I have an accountant for exactly that, and I would do that too. It costs like £300 for a year.
Yeah.
And he tells me like, well, don't be in Thailand for this many months, but be outside the UK for 9 and like go home for this amount, and you're like avoiding it.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Ivan.
Ivan, cheers.
And the question on the grey area is, we don't get paid by a Thai company.
Yeah.
So if we were employed, like if we were employed by YouTube Thailand or Google Thailand, if we were paid by them, then we would need to have different sort of work permits and everything here because we're employed by a Thai company in Thailand. Whereas we're employed by a US company, we get, like you get paid from the US.
Yeah, I get paid from the US into the UK.
I get paid from the US into Australia, and I get tax deducted from in Australia. So technically I'm earning in Australia.
And it's funny because you're like, you happen to be in Thailand, but your services you're providing, mine are predominantly in the US and the UK because that's where the viewers are coming from, that the ads are showing.
Exactly right, yeah.
So my services, I'm in here, but my services are abroad primarily, right?
Yeah.
Huge, like, weird mix up. But that's why we have, like, the tax automatically from YouTube and accountants.
And it's the same as being a digital nomad, basically. I asked when I was at immigration the other day, I said, you know, do I need to look into doing anything different? And I said, no. I'm like, okay, no, good answer.
Doesn't let you donate when I'm in Thailand. Oh yeah, we heard this before, right? Doesn't let you donate when you're in Thailand.
Yeah, I've tried to donate to Dan before.
Thanks, mate. It doesn't let you because you're here.
Yeah. How much do we pay in tax from the YouTube revenue? It just it's just, for me, I get paid in Australian dollars and I get the Australian tax taken out. I don't even see it. We don't get a pay slip even.
I think UK, I don't know if I can't remember. You basically tell them what country you're in and it sorts it out automatically. Obviously there's like millions of YouTubers all over the world in every country. It's very easy.
Or possibly the money gets taken out and paid to the US, to Google before we even get it. We don't get a tax breakdown or anything like that. We just get an email. It probably in AdSense if we logged in and had a real big.
Someone asked me this: if you're working on YouTube, are you paying into your pension? And we just talked about this now.
Yeah.
I pay privately into my pension, and I have a house to make sure I'm not like going to do it. You can't do this forever. Well, actually, I'd love to do this forever, but you got to make.
I mean, ideally, you get to a point where it's like YouTubers that we aspire to be like. They put out one a week or one a month, and really work hard on I'm putting out a really good product. At the moment, we're just pumping out content. We're building. And it's working, you know, we're both now able to fully support ourselves.
The revenue we make now is the same as like an average salary back in the UK, actually like exactly an average salary in the UK. So you earn as much. So if I would have paid into like an investment in the UK, like another property, I can still do that if you want to like cement yourself, have some more like security. But we're 6 months in, we've gone from 0 to here. We're building a business. If I told you I was going to be a mechanic in 6 months and make an average salary, you call me crazy, like to learn everything. We've learned like YouTube 6 months and making money. Like, you just got to put in the work.
Lord Spud said, where should I stay? The best apartments seem to be in Sathorn. I mean, Sathorn's a great area. It just depends what you want. I chose to live in Asok, which is essentially like smack bang in the very middle of Bangkok. I wanted to be near a BTS, and I wanted to be near Sukhumvit Road. Because like for us being out on YouTube, like we're in this area all the time. I hang out in restaurants around here, I go to bars around here, so this is the ideal location. Thank you very much, Maywood.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you.
Dre, that's all STVs, mate. 90 days each time, times 3.
STVs for Australians only. No, Dan's from the UK. He's got STV. It's not available to every.
I got an STV, guys, not an STD. I don't know. You can still get them, right? They're still giving them out. I mean.
Yeah, no. They're extended for more than a year. So my plan is I'm going back to Australia in March for a family event.
Get another one when you're there. Come back.
And yeah, I think. Well, I mean that's the thing we were talking about.
If you're allowed
right?
second one.
You are allowed a second one.
Oh, cool.
Because I asked the immigration, but then it's not single entry. It's single entry, right?
Single entry.
So when we want to start traveling,
If you want to come to Thailand and then nip off to Cambodia, Laos, then you can't come back in, and you have to do a whole new visa. So you can get the longer term visa, like a $1,000 pretty much-ish volunteer visa.
How would like just the normal tourist visa? No insurance, no anything. Just...
Is that still 90 days?
Well, it's not available at the moment.
Oh, right, that's not. If you just land on an exemption, you get 30, right? Then you got every 30 days.
Yeah, they don't, because they used to have 90-day visa waiver, right?
For Australians. I don't know if I don't know if it's every country had that.
Oh, you
I
didn't?
can't remember. Maybe it was 60 UK? Okay, I don't remember. Maybe you guys know.
I thought it was 90. And that was the thing, yeah, every 90 days you had to do a border run or leave or whatever. So that would be my ideal, because every 3 months I'd like to do a trip. I lived in Korea for 2.5 years on that visa.
Yeah, 3 months would be a good one, like 4 times a year going on a trip.
Yeah. And I would never even get to 3 months. I get 2 months. I'm like, I want to go to Japan or whatever. So that's the ideal.
Yeah.
Oh, Ian, we missed your super chat. Did you tip us? Thank you. Sorry.
Cheers, Ian.
And thank you very much, Ian, for being a mod.
I just watched myself back. I just dropped it, and then I saw the replay here of me dropping.
That's how he's getting through his beer. He's like secretly pouring. There's a puddle under him right now. He's just secretly pouring it onto the ground.
Then one of those guys. Yeah, I'm drinking.
Like, oh, Dan's doing a good job. He's on his 3rd beer. It's fucking one on the floor over there.
Everyone has to quarantine each one day. Yeah, what's the fast pass that everyone's doing? Discuss amongst yourselves, and I'll read. The fast pass arrive 6 hours or so, get released. I knew lots of people released like
I only just heard
way within a day.
Yeah, but then we've heard of other people that had the 1 day stay, and they came in the morning and they got to leave that afternoon. They were just
it didn't
waiting.
take that long. They just say a day because like that's the maximum you could take.
Yeah. How is Pattaya with a whole bunch of exclamation marks? Look, Pattaya bars are closed. Pattaya bars are closed. Pattaya bars are like they don't have the restaurants trading as bars that can. Bars trading as restaurants that can open like we have in Bangkok.
So Bangkok has loads of nightlife because they're all restaurants.
Loads of nightlife, yeah.
Without a kitchen or a menu, they're all restaurants.
Yeah. But Pattaya you can still go out and have fun. Like night markets, like Tree Town's become a real hub.
Pattaya to have the same like excitement in the night doesn't need to be like it was. I mean, you can still have your one person. You have the most amazing time in Pattaya.
And if you want to go there, get drunk, and take a girl back to your room, no problems. Like if that's what you're looking for.
If you want to walk down a really busy street, loads of bars, go around loads of people, then of course no.
If you want to go clubbing and stuff, come to Bangkok. Well, actually, clubs aren't open.
You can do the secret.
But come to Bangkok is the best. But for Pattaya, if you just want to go like drink and meet girls, you can still do that exactly the same as always. And here too, you can just walk. Those girls haven't disappeared, which is what I keep saying. All those girls, all the working girls, they're all here.
No, they live in
here. They're on Tinder. They're in the street.
Hello guys, just tuned in. How you doing? How many singers has Dan already had to drink? 7. This is my 7th one.
Is that your 3rd? I see one over there.
Yeah.
Or is it? Is that your 2nd? That better not be your 2nd.
No, it's my 3rd.
Oh, it could be. Actually, this is my 3rd. Yeah, that's Dan's 2nd. Dan's 2nd, my 3rd.
Microwave and a rice cooker equals restaurant. Yeah, I don't think they have that. I think they've got a knife and fork in the back and they count themselves as a restaurant.
Yeah.
Can you do a border run now and come back? I don't know what the rule is at Cambodia. That was the one that was opening up first. Cambodia border run. But I don't know if that is open or not. I don't look into it enough because I don't.
Hey, Paddy. Just saw Paddy's in here. Paddy, when are you coming to Bangkok? You mentioned recently that you're looking for an apartment, or you're going to be looking for an apartment.
Now's a great time for an apartment, right? Lock that in now.
Lock it in as soon as possible. I locked this place in at an absolute steal.
15,000. Oh, you can't see because of the reflection so much. The view is incredible.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
I have an amazing view from here. 15,000, and I locked it in for a year. They were trying to get me on a 6-month contract. Because we negotiated back and forth about the price, and they're like, okay, we'll do that price, but only for 6 months. And I was like,
because they think, 6 months it'll open back up, and there'll be like a lot of need for apartments, right? So they can put the price back up again. Yeah. So come and lock it in soon, everyone.
Yeah. Billy, I just started a YouTube channel. Slow to grow. Any advice? Just keep uploading. Just keep making content.
Yeah, we just spoke about this earlier in the video. If you weren't, if you didn't manage to watch, go back to that. We spoke about like your initial YouTube's got to figure out what you're making about first. Did this on other channels, and they've got to work out so as much content as possible in the initial 30 days, and then when they understand you, do more.
Can Dan say it's magically delicious? Is that a thing?
Is that like a fetish thing? It's
Is
magically.
that something for your accent?
It's magically delicious. Why is that? Did you just? Did I just?
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
No. Sober, explain.
Lord Spud, where are you going to be for Christmas? I will be here in Bangkok. Dan will be.
Me, I'm not sure. We'll see how the visa situation goes.
Yeah. But I'll be here. This is actually going to be my first Christmas away from family ever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've always traveled and I always went back for Christmas. But just this year with the planning, I mean, Australia's only literally just opened this week, so I haven't been able to organize anything. And then in terms of like getting visas to come back, it's tricky. The last time I went to Australia, I got stuck there for a year. So I was super timid about going back until everything was set in stone that I could go and be able to leave without any issues.
Oh, this is funny. Paulie Buffalo said tenancy agreement similar to the UK, because in the UK to rent somewhere is quite hard. You're showing like proof of earnings, everything else.
I didn't do
Here,
shit.
No, you just pay 1 or 2 months up front, depending on the agreement, and it's yours. Like that's it.
Yeah, I had to pay quite a bit up front. So for mine, they were asking for this place. They were asking 22,000 baht per month. It used to be 30,000 pre-COVID. It used to be 30,000. They were asking 22. I got them down to 15, and it took a bit of back and forth to get there. But then one of the conditions for agreement was that we want 2 months deposit at the original price, like their asking price, at 22,000. So I was like, that's fair enough. I'm happy to pay that. So if I break the contract, they get a larger payout. But I was happy with that. I don't see myself breaking that.
So they wanted $666 pretty much, like US dollars for your rent, and you managed to get them down to 450 and lock it in for a year.
Yeah, I'm locking in for a year. That was the biggest thing. I was like, I have to lock it in for a year. And yeah, it's a really nice apartment. It's a studio, but I looked at so many 1-bedroom places and studios, and I found that the 1-bedroom places still had the same like square meterage, but they just have a wall somewhere to make a bedroom. So you'd end up with a really small bedroom and a really small living room. And I kind of rearranged this place so it opens up. And there's actually a really good sort of area here. And I had 10 people here, and it was fine for us. It didn't feel cramped at all. It's a good size.
I had 10 people here. You had a party in here. Yeah, it's fucking amazing size.
Yeah.
You got...
Definitely good enough for
Yeah,
me.
it's huge.
And the view. Oh.
The view's the one. As soon as you walk in the door here, and then you walk towards this wall of glass behind me and just see Bangkok disappear. Like, worth every penny in that.
Imad said, hey Adam, what do you think of Phuket? Phuket is the place to be, I think. Don't you agree?
Got a balance right now, right? It's got the restaurants, nightlife. Like, I think it's got proper nightlife. I think they're pretty
clubs,
like,
go-go bars, everything.
Yeah.
It's open as normal.
It's like if you're flying here again and like a single young guy or something, like Phuket, right? Why would you risk anywhere else? It has everything there.
Buffalo asked, how's the shower? Because I had issues with the shower, and I'm still fucking having issues. So I'm like back and forth with the owners. We're trying to figure out the problem. So I have the weirdest issue with my shower. It's like I turn on the hot full blast and it's too hot, and I turn on the cold the tiniest bit, and then it goes too cold.
Over.
And I'm like, I know I'll get it. I'll figure out, like, maybe I have to do cold first or something. I just haven't figured it out.
Trial and error till you get it.
Yeah. But you know, like, for Australia, we've got the like handle, right? And you just like put your temperature, and then every morning you're just just flip it on.
Here you got like
flip it off.
Loads of dials and a bit of cable hanging down. A lot of like Thai places I've stayed at. Yeah.
Well, see, mine doesn't have an adjustable thing on the box. Like, you know, on the box you can choose the temperature. I don't have that. It's literally a hot tap and a cold tap. So.
No, mine's just like a home, same as yours. Yeah, Australia.
Yeah. Oh, you have that?
Yeah, same as a home. Yeah.
I find the showers here suck. Like, I have stayed in, I want to say, more than 50 places here in Thailand.
Showers always suck, right?
And I've probably had 2 good showers the entire time I've been here.
In my girlfriend's place, there's 2 bathrooms, there's 2 showers and a bath, and it's like Western standard. I was so impressed. I was like you said,
40,000 baht a month though.
Yeah, it's an expensive place. Yeah.
You fucking hope so. I would.
Yeah, I would want.
I'm already throwing a 10. I'm paying 15, and I'm
a
like,
butler as well. Price. Why aren't you boys in Phuket? Like choice. I can go and visit Phuket. My girlfriend lives here, and like, and we want to be in the city. You want to be like,
I want to be in the
you
city,
love Bangkok, right? And proximity to other places. We're not here for a short vacation to go drink and get pissed up. And like, if that was the point, I'd be in Phuket.
Yeah.
For that.
Patty asked, and it's a great question. Dan, I see you and we would love to pick your brain over a beer with this sometime.
Yeah.
Dan, I see you're not doing daily videos anymore. How's that been for your channel?
This was my test month. So you're still daily. October was daily. This month has been pretty much every other day, if not third day, but longer videos with more time spent on the edit. So maybe a better quality edit. I guess that's
Definitely better quality. Yeah.
And seeing it, and my revenue is pretty much identical. Views maybe say down and stuff, but views maybe down. People are watching for longer, meaning the ad revenue has stayed pretty much similar. So longer vids with a better edit quality, like better standard of living for me, right, and life, not having to do things daily, and I enjoy the edit more, and I'm making as much money. I mean, who knows by comparison if I'd have done daily, if I'd have like made even more this month for some reason, because the RPM be different, like who knows.
But no, my RPM's been
I can compare to,
steady,
so we're going to compare to each other at the end of the month and see.
We're going to do a really detailed breakdown and compare everything so that we can see the difference, because our channels make similar revenue and views and everything like that. So it's good to be able to compare. So yeah, we're really interested to see that. What do we got? 6 more days, 7 more days.
Yeah. And then deep, like see if people are watching like for longer, obviously, which I assume they are, so they're seeing like 3-5 ads on some of my videos, I've heard some people say, and they're watching it. Or are they watching like old content this month because we got to a certain point? Like, what are they watching? Why?
Yeah.
It's the geeky stuff we love, right?
Yeah. And I'm sure you do too, Paddy. So it's fascinating, you know. And I mentioned before, we got a group chat with 2 Passports, 1 Dream, and with Ken Abroad, and we're talking about this stuff all the time. And it's so good to have other people that we can bounce off.
Exactly.
And yeah, we'd love to hear your feedback at some stage too, Paddy, because you seem to have a really good formula down as well. So it's always interesting to find out from other YouTubers, you know, what works and what doesn't.
We were speaking, or maybe I should say this, I haven't told about yesterday. So I did a charity video a few weeks ago, and then I managed to talk
the press.
Mark Weens into. So if you know about the food vlogger,
some guy called Mark something.
Mark something, has to be like a viewer. I met him yesterday. I went to his restaurant and he gave me 100 meals, not just for me, to give to the charity. So I filmed with him yesterday, made a video. It's going to be out tomorrow. And we asked him, like, we had time to sit with him for like 30 minutes and ask him about YouTube and what was going on. It may have been that he was obviously spiked at a time 9 years ago, even when he started, right? That it was a different like playing field probably for YouTube and stuff. But he's like, yeah, 15 minutes to half an hour is the sweet spot. Good, like, edit and stuff, and he has a direct contact with YouTube, and even he doesn't know what the algorithm wants completely. They won't tell him, and he's one of the biggest like food vloggers in the world, right?
Yeah, one of the biggest YouTubers, right?
Yeah,
millions and millions of subscribers.
8.2 mils.
8.2 is it now? Yeah.
Super nice guy, by the way. Like the most
unbelievably
nice guy.
Earth, yeah.
Like so nice.
Yeah. How long do you think I should stay in Chiang Mai? Is 1 week enough to see around? Yes and no. I think 1 week is enough to see quite a lot. But Chiang Mai is freaking amazing. So I guess it depends on how much time you have in Thailand. Like if you're here on a short trip and you only want to allocate a week, like if you're saying like a week in Chiang Mai and a week in Phuket, then yes, do a week. But if you have, like if you live here or you have more time to spend, Chiang Mai is really great. I spent a month there and I had an absolute blast. It is not like anywhere else in Thailand I've been. It's almost like its own country. It's very, very different.
I'm gonna go there. My girlfriend's got some work.
Yeah, you haven't been, right?
No, she's got some work up there. Like soon, she's like, I've booked this time. I'm gonna work. She's got some restaurants like up there for her company. So I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll come. Well, she's probably gonna make me come, but I wanna see.
Yeah, no, it's a great place. I really liked it. Even visually, it doesn't look. In parts, it looks like Japan. I found there's the old town is really cool, but then towards the end, like I sort of stayed around the same kind of areas. There's so many great trips you can do. I rented a bike and like went up into the mountains. And there's so many great places nearby that you can get out of Chiang Mai. Paddy would be a great person to ask. He's been all around there as well. But no, it's an amazing place. If you have a lot of time, spend some time there because it's very different to the rest of Thailand.
Had some more pet mark to eat, Dan. We ate pet mark yesterday, and it was good.
That was my first time eating
nam.
pet mark. Yeah, I had. Yeah.
Nam is like a sour sausage.
Sour pork sausage.
A sour pork sausage.
It sounds really weird, but it's amazing. I'm gonna grab a beer. Final question.
A skyscraper looks like a lamp. What? Yeah.
No, that is a lamp.
A skyscraper does look like a lamp.
That's a lamp. We have a lamp lighting
lamp.
us. That's quite funny.
See you later, Paddy.
See you, Paddy. How much longer are you guys planning on staying in Thailand before you leave to go to a different country?
Keis and Thailand. Well, the whole
To live.
Oh, to live? Oh, no idea. I don't plan that far in advance. The idea was to be in Bangkok and Thailand, be able to spread around Thailand, visit, and then other Southeast Asian countries. Obviously, COVID happened and made that difficult. But we're looking like that might ease up next year, right? So I think I'll stay in Thailand and use it as a base. It's like cheap, essentially located for Southeast Asia.
I think that's
lots
both
of
our
flights
plans.
going everywhere. Like it's an ideal hub for like cost of living, standard of living, which is important, and getting about to places like busy airport, flights everywhere that are cheap.
That's my plan as well, is to be based in Bangkok and be able to do trips within like Southeast Asia or everywhere really. Having BKK airport here is fantastic because we can like literally jump on a flight and go anywhere. And we've heard of places starting to open up. So I'm not sure the latest on Cambodia, but the latest I heard was Cambodia was opening. And our friend Ken, he was just getting his visa done, and they said for the after his next 60 days, he needs to have a flight out of here, which indicates that
For the COVID extension, right?
Yeah, for the COVID extension, which indicates that you might be able to go do a border run somewhere within the next 60 days.
Because they're going to stop that COVID extension probably.
Yeah, because essentially the COVID extension is essentially a border run, but just because we can't do border runs.
Club Villas, cheers.
Thank you, Club Pillars. Hey, how did they do the cool? Keep it up. That's cool. I haven't seen that before.
Is Vax passport a thing in Thailand? Well, you mean I got my vaccines both here in Thailand, Pfizer, and I've got a vaccine passport to travel back with. But you have them for your home country, right? You've got like a certificate or something.
Yeah, I have
Set up
it.
on your phone.
But it's not as much of a thing here where people ask for it.
Oh no, they're not asking it for locations.
Yeah.
They asked me to see proof to get into a national park once, or show them a test. You buy like a $6 like test in the 7-Eleven. Cheers for that.
Hey, Simon Croy, thank you very
Cheers.
much. Adam Dan, living the dream. Met you when I was
Cheers.
down in Sydney working. Oh, really?
Really?
Met me.
Oh,
Not you.
I've never.
I'm from Sydney, Dan.
Are you? You're Australian.
That's awesome. Thank
Wow.
you. There's a question about motocross.
Dan, stop punching the camera. Yeah, that's my biggest transition.
No, I like it.
No, I won't stop punching it. No.
I need to find this comment.
Coming to Thailand in the summer. What's the deal with SHA Plus Phuket Sandbox scheme? I don't know, but you don't need the scheme anymore. There's just a 1-day quarantine to enter, or do a fast track test. That's the thing of the past, right? You can just come now.
Yeah.
You've got your vaccine, that is.
Yeah.
What networks go in Thailand? AIS or True, the two big ones. True advertise themselves as the best ever in the whole world. Maybe they're true. Maybe that's true. I don't know.
Yeah.
Are they selling vaccines to foreigners? I had it absolutely for free. A Pfizer vaccine for free in Pattaya if you are a foreigner. They've got a scheme there. I'm not sure if it's still running. I mentioned it on my video and I left a Gmail email below to talk to them. I've got a vaccine video. Free Pfizer vaccine.
Anthony Reed, hey, looking to come out February 19th. Do you think it's best to pre-book hotels?
So here's the hotel thing. They were really, really cheap, 50% off. All year they've been ridiculously cheap. Last month, because they thought they were open in December 1st, they went up slightly. Whether or not they've come back down or not, I'm not sure, but they're still cheap. The aim is book it now as soon as possible to make it as cheap as possible for you. Sites like Agoda, Booking.com, you have free cancellation, even up until the day before. So why not book it now? It doesn't cost you anything. You pay on arrival, or if you
Book
pay,
now,
you
do
refund
everything
it.
now.
Book. You can always cancel. Set that reminder on your phone to cancel. It's only going up, so book it. And if it goes down, then you cancel it and rebook it. You've got nothing to lose from booking it ASAP.
DC, we want to see more dating videos. I will do them. I just need to space them out. And we talked about this earlier, in that YouTube will pigeonhole you very much. So if you do one topic too much, I don't want my channel to be about that. I do definitely want to include the people, the people that I'm close to, or my friends. I want to include them in the channel, but I don't want to do it too much. I found when I was doing the road trip with Cynthia, when I stopped traveling with Cynthia, and I wanted to do that at a certain point, I was like, I need to stop making videos with Cynthia. Not because I don't want to make videos with her, but I don't want people subscribing to me that like her, because the minute she's not there, then my channel will suffer. And I found that from when she left the channel, I had a little dip. Thankfully, it wasn't too much of a dip, and I've since like gone like way past there. But you have to be really careful with the content you put out because, and it's the same with like Pattaya content. That's why we don't go to Pattaya too much.
Once you done one thing, that's it.
Yeah.
You're just done. YouTube will share it with those, but if the people don't watch, the video flops. We can't move from that niche you're in, right?
Yeah, and this is one of the things that we're learning like on this journey. So you really need to. That's why we keep our content quite broad. Within the niche of being like Thailand travel, we still try and keep it quite broad.
Always cancel only if you pay some more for the option, Dan. Yeah, but I think the option was like, whenever I've done it, it's like the tiniest bit more for the cancellation option. Well, on booking.com, it depends how much you use it. I get some offers on there because I use it a lot.
Chemo Vlogs asked, when's Cynthia and Grumpy going to do a collab? We actually talked about doing...
Cynthia and Grumpy do a collab?
Well, like featuring them both,
no,
I guess. We did talk about that quite a bit. It's hard to line all of our It's hard to line all of our schedules up.
Cynthia's the other side of the country, right? And she lives, and Grumpy works like...
Grumpy has a full-time job.
5 days a week, normal
Cynthia
hours.
travels the country constantly for work, so it's hard to line them up. And then we've got to line up a topic, and yeah, it's difficult. But it is something we did want to do. We actually talked about doing like a swap. I wanted to do a video with Grumpy, and he was going to do one with Cynthia just for a laugh, just to...
Yeah, but I'm not driving with her, man. I value my life too much.
Yeah.
She can drive to me, get out. We'll go to a road trip.
Yeah, good idea. Toby Price is getting a vaccine tomorrow in Pattaya. Yeah, Central Pattaya, that's where you got it?
Yeah, Central Festival right at the top. I went in there. You're going to queue for a long time, but it's a fucking good free vaccine.
And
so
if it's Pfizer, yeah, get it.
Pfizer, free, do it. Yeah, they're trying to, I think they were left, Phuket vaccinated everyone, and now they're like Pattaya, because they want to get the city to a certain amount vaccinated so they can open to everyone, all right? And the foreigners wouldn't take Sinovac for obvious reasons coming home, so they have to offer them Pfizer because they want a high vaccine rate. So lucky for us, we get free Pfizer vaccine in Thailand. As to the locals, there was Thais actually in there as well, the queue.
Pasa, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. Any tips on to book a trip in Chiang Mai for 3 weeks? Airbnb or booking.com. It depends what you want to stay in. If you want to stay in a hotel, I would go booking.com. But if you want to stay in an apartment, like for 3 weeks, I would look at getting a condo. I would probably go Airbnb. And that's because you can get an apartment and it feels like yours. It feels like your home base if you're there for 3 weeks. So Airbnb is great for that. If you stay longer, like if you stay a month, you get great discounts. But 3 weeks, you still get a little bit of a discount. I would recommend Airbnb, and I would recommend booking it as soon as possible.
Do I need an international license? Mate, I doubt you even need a license. I know someone very close to me who's hired cars on a fake Koh San Road driving license, who's never done a driving lesson in their life. Like, it's not the same as back home. And if you're stopped, then it might cost you 500 baht. But that's not what I'm officially saying, obviously. This is recorded for the internet. Officially, of course, that driving license would be better, and everything else, you need it. You definitely need it.
Yes.
Do you actually need it for the company to give you the vehicle? Of course not. No. You give them money, you can do your own. I don't know what that is, Gareth.
Brad said, will there be a drop if you go to a different country? It seems like there really was. I did an experimental video recently talking about a time I spent in Korea, and that was my worst performing video in the last months. And I did nothing to do with Thailand in the title, description, the tags, everything. I planned it as if I was in Korea, and I talked like everything was Korea related. And I still got views, but it got considerably less than anything. Like I can put out anything Thailand related and double the views that I got on that one video. So people will still watch.
It's just pigeonholed to that. It's not like travel is a topic.
Yeah.
It's place, locations.
And even then I put out one just a couple of days ago on the Philippines, and I feel like it was a compelling title. It was a story about me getting robbed in the Philippines, which I think is something that people would want to hear about. And that was my second worst video that I've done recently. I still got views and it still did okay, but it just didn't get shown to the right people because the topic that we're getting shown to.
Actually, yeah, we are massively sport in the UK because we have Heathrow that was the busiest airport. Now it's like second or third, I can't remember. Busiest airport. We have so many flights that I've never paid more than £350 for a lot of my flights, a couple of times, to get a return flight from London to Bangkok. It's so cheap to fly from London to Bangkok. It's ridiculous. I feel really bad for the Americans that it's more expensive, but 300, it's like $500 US or so pounds, $500 or so less US, we get a return flight. We are so lucky. If they still do the 100% refund guarantee, of course book for 2022. Depends on your airline. I flew Swiss, 100% refund guaranteed, very cheap, and I can reschedule at any time for free. I've done it 3 times already. So it depends on the airline, look into it.
Yeah. Billy asked an interesting question. Do you get recognized, or do you miss your privacy? Do you get recognized on the streets?
Yeah.
We get recognized a lot, and way more than I would have expected.
Way more than we should.
Yeah.
For the size we are
for
in
the
a city
size
of
we are,
12 million people.
Yeah. I was out on Keis and Dan last weekend, and that's probably where we're going to get recognized the most, because this is where all the new
It's a concentration of Westerners, right? So
yeah.
you're
and people that have just arrived, right?
Yeah,
They go to
yeah,
Keis and Dan. I left a bar, and in a half an hour walk from the end of the bar to when I got in a taxi, I think I got stopped 6 or 7 times, which blows my mind. And everyone was really nice. The interesting thing is we never realized how much, because we show so much of ourselves and how much people know about us when we know nothing about that person. So someone like, I met a guy and he's lovely and he's like, hey, how you going? He's like, oh, you're still seeing the girl with pink hair? Oh, she's over there. And like, he straight away knew about like someone that I'm seeing and stuff like that. And it's like, at those moments, that's when you realize like, oh wow, we actually share so much of our life.
Because people, remember when you guys meet us, if you ever do meet us, you know us lots, you see all our stuff, but we've never met you, right? You're like we might see comments or whatever, but they're a stranger, and people forget like it's like a stranger walking up to you and saying, hey, how you doing? And knowing but do say hello. I love it when people say hello to me,
definitely. Come,
fucking amazing.
Come say
Always
hello.
do. If you're ever shy and like you seem like and don't want to say, absolutely say hi.
Yeah,
to me.
say hi.
I'll
We
talk
love
to
it. We
everyone.
love it. And I can even relate to this. The first time me and Dan met, because I watched him when we hung out, and maybe that's why we became mates so easily, is because like we hung out, and the first time we hung out, it was like we'd been hanging out for ages. I felt like I already knew him.
We saw content,
and
right?
we had so much stuff that we could talk to each other. We had things in common that we both knew about each other. So it was this weird. We'd already met each other, but not. Really weird experience.
That's why meetups be quite good, right?
Yeah, I mean that's why it'd be great to do a meetup.
Where the tourists mainly coming from at the moment.
Hey, what's up, dog?
I don't know, but all over. I think
they're coming in. They're
from everywhere.
Flowing in, yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Actually, I've known a few UK guys that are doing YouTube that have come in the last week or so. People are coming in from all over. It's not like I know people are like, there's going to be lots of Chinese and Indian. Like, no, I'm seeing people
Everything.
from everywhere. Westerners, white Westerners.
And this was the reason that I knew it was time to get a place, is because I'd been staying in Airbnbs for the longest time. And if you follow my channel regularly, you'll see, I just saw a funny question. If you follow my channel regularly, you'll see that I've been staying in places for $10 a night and $11. I've been getting these amazing deals on Airbnb. And it seemed like just all of a sudden it was like, gone from $10 or $11 a night to $15 a night, then it was $20 a night, then it was $25 a night, and I couldn't find anything under $25 a night, and I was like, shit, prices are going up on Airbnb, that means apartments are going to start going up soon, like I need to get myself something ASAP, because it was becoming more expensive. When it was $10 a night to stay in an Airbnb versus rent, like it wasn't that much of a difference, so I was fine with that. But then I knew there was the urgency to get it done. Brandy Looney Tunes fan, what's your favorite Looney Tunes character? You ask me this all the time, so I'm curious if you actually watch the videos, but in my video I put out yesterday, I had Bugs Bunny on my t-shirt, but my favorite is Daffy Duck.
Daffy Duck?
Yeah, he's funny. This is kind of a smart ass, but kind of like, he fucks up all the time. Who's yours?
Speedy Gonzales. They call me Speedy Gonzales. Because he's small.
I didn't want to say, I didn't want to shoot
He's me if I was a Looney Tune.
I'm more like the Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah, I quite like him. A Road Bogart.
Come up with like great ideas and they just backfire.
Fucking flop every time. Roadrunner is a metaphor for our channel experimentation sometimes.
Billy, is it better to be single or in a relationship in Thailand?
In a relationship. I've got it. Well, she's watching, right? No, but honestly, I've been here single too.
I would agree.
I've been here single too. It depends what you like. If you like to be single, then obviously do that and all the fun stuff that obviously comes with that. But all the pros that are in a relationship of having someone and to know someone and having a place
anywhere in the world.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's in Thailand or not.
Yeah.
So anyway.
And I was just saying, like, being single, while like I may have more time or whatever like that, you do end up like I spend so much more money and I'm just like way more distracted, I think, for me being a YouTuber, I've often thought, God, if I could just settle down and be in a relationship, I would be so much more focused on what I'm doing instead of like, oh, I get a Tinder notification and I'm like not looking at my edit. And then I'm like chasing 3 or 4 girls at the same time. And it's like, this becomes a major distraction and a major cost. You know, the biggest cost for me is when I drink, really, because Thailand is such a cheap place to live. But when you're doing these things, you're going out and socializing, like chasing around girls.
More expensive than home, right?
You spend a shitload of money,
We have to cheers JD for that. And
JD, thank you. Was there a message for that? Why can't I see it? Khao Road is a great party place now. Yes, that is the #1 spot to go to in Bangkok, I would say.
Why do some bloggers cover up beer labels? I'm not sure. I think it's like an advertising thing or showing alcohol.
Yeah, possibly for a demonetization thing. You're not.
But I've never. Actually, I had videos demonetized. That's because I was drinking alcohol. I don't think it mattered what it was.
Yeah.
Because I was drinking alcohol.
Maybe people do it as a precaution to.
Just in case, like, it's not worth the risk.
Yeah.
It, right?
Like I had a video demonetized that had, or sorry, limited, that had us drinking alcohol, but like I said it in the title. My title was like beers and ladyboys, or ladyboys and beers, or something like that. And we were drinking the whole time, and there was a lot of obscene language, so I wasn't sure which one of the things set it off. But I think it's just a way of people covering themselves. Joe, thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thank you. You mentioned Joe, like, in your... That was fucking not a sip.
I mentioned Joe in my video?
Yeah. In Are You Too Old to Travel?
Oh, yeah.
So Joe's a regular contributor. He's always on my channel, always in the live
I used his comment, right, when I was talking about...
Yeah, he used his comment when...
Thanks, because he got loads of great comments back. This person thought they were too old to come to Thailand, and you're not. You're never too old. And that kind of, on that, like... well, I was thinking, you know, you're saying that better be single or, like... have a girlfriend here and stuff. I think a lot of people have an association with Thailand. Probably are people watching this. You come to Thailand for like girls and partying and stuff, and it is that. But I was doing research when I did my video. And it's like in 2019, 40 million tourists came here to Thailand. Only 4 million went to Pattaya. So 90% of people that come to Thailand come for a very different kind of holiday, right? They come for beaches and like a normal nice like holiday, Chiang Mai, whatever. 90%. So only 10% of us people come to Thailand for a nightlife.
There's 2 Thailands.
Yeah, I've got a video on that. There's 2 times Thailand, and there's probably multiple sides.
This is not Thailand? Was that your title?
Yeah, this isn't Thailand. And what is?
Joe, you tipped $25, so we're going to have another sip. And that doesn't count because Dan's just drinking his...
I'm just polishing this off.
He's drinking his warm drakes.
Wait, I think my girlfriend's messaged me like, when you're coming home for dinner. Wait, let's see.
Uh-oh.
So Grumpy is making me kapow today. I asked her if she tipped because there was a tip given to Grumpy. She went, fuck no, babe. As if I pay enough in home cooked meals. Ooh, okay, babe. Because
This is to me. This is not for Dan.
She's at home cooking right
my
now.
money.
I'm gonna get a motorbike taxi home, babe. So I'll be quick, okay?
Do you have a home time? You have to be...
Do I have a curfew? Well, don't say in front of the guys, man.
Yeah. We'll be right back.
Dan, what time is your curfew?
Buffalo asked, how difficult is it to keep everything advertiser friend... Hang on, we'll come back to your question, Buffalo. It's a great question. Thank you very much, Nigel.
I've not got a single video demonetized.
I have 2. Or 2 limited, but they were out before my channel was monetized.
Right.
One is a cannabis cafe, and one was my Ladyboys.
Oh yeah, I turned monetization off the cannabis because I knew it would as soon as you mentioned the word cannabis.
Yeah.
But it's not difficult. Like if you're in Pattaya making girls, yeah, you're going to get limited, and you're going to have to only do lives to make money probably. And that's YouTube's right to have those kind of restrictions and that kind of policy, right?
And I think I definitely learned from your last channel.
My
as well.
old channel, when the mistakes I made on that, right?
Because I definitely when I came over here with my list, ones like walking through Soy Cowboy and stuff like that was definitely on my list.
Yeah.
To show and using the word like red light district, because they get views and they get subs and they get that's how you grow everything.
One, you're probably going to get limited, which means growth monetized. Also, you're going to get you're going to get limited down to what you can make. So as soon as you start making girl videos, then you try and do a video about a hotel, it's going to flop. So you only can make that forever and ever. So you're forever going to be limited, right? It's a one-way street to not making any money, if I'm honest.
Yeah. My Cannabis Cafe video is still up, Lord Spud. And it was a great one. So I went to, there's a Cannabis Cafe. I don't want to say cannabis too much. There's the cafe in Pattaya. And I went there And I was chatting with the guy who's the owner there, and he was like a really lovely guy. And he was telling me, oh, we can make you like good ones or whatever. And I was asking him what to get, and I did it for the video basically. And I expected nothing. I didn't expect, drugs are very, very, very illegal here, especially cannabis and things like that. You wouldn't even touch it. You wouldn't go near it here because of the legal issues here. So I went there and I said, like, whatever you recommend, like, give it to me. So I got this tea that they brewed, which was really interesting. And when you smell it, I expected it to smell like tea, but it smelled like weed. Like when you smell it, or what I'm told weed smells like, because I don't really know what weed smells like. But it smelled like weed. And then, but it tasted really nice to drink as a tea. And then I got this brownie, and they're like, get the super brownie or whatever. So I had this big brownie and a tea, and they said, like, you'll feel it in a couple of hours. I was like, yeah, whatever. Like, I didn't have much expectation on it. Had the tea, I had 2 teas, and I had the brownie. And then 2 hours later, I got home, and I was drinking a beer. And then I drank a beer on the balcony, and I looked down, and I was like, fuck, I am wasted. Like, I had 1 sip of the beer, and I realized, like, I was completely wasted. Anyway, I had to do my edit that day, because I was trying to do daily at that point. And I came in, and I somehow deleted everything on my hard drive. And I was just like, what am I doing? And I kept trying to tell myself, like, get back in the game. Like, you're okay. You're not high, like, blah, blah, blah. And I was a mess. And I had another try at it, and I fucked something else up. And then I had another go. And I was just, like, doing myself more harm than good. And I was like, all right, I need to, like, step away from this. So really interesting experience. But it wasn't until 2 hours after I had it that I felt those, like, had that feeling. Go there, the Cannabis Cafe on Walking Street in Pattaya. It was good fun.
Yes, Chelsea, I'm okay. I wasn't being sick. Got a channel 2. I know you. I just went for a pee. Yeah, drugs. Like on the note, drugs in Thailand. Like, don't risk it, right?
Yeah.
Like the crazy laws here. Like officially, what is that? Like 99 years in prison for like selling drugs. And not that you might not get it as a foreigner, but like just don't risk it. Like just get drunk instead. That's perfectly legal. Dan, no, I was not sick. Kicks, cheers. I wasn't even sick when I went out with you and we drank a lot. Like I drank a lot that night. I just had like plenty of these. Like, don't tell Adam I'm drinking water. How long was the edit on my Ladyboy video? Really well made. Thank you, man. Yeah, I pretty much have now. I like shoot one day, shoot everything, and the next day I have the whole day to edit. I've no idea in hours because I wake up at like 9 something. And then I like spend my time getting a coffee, thinking about stuff. Like maybe I watch some other videos of stuff. And then I like, once I get going, it's kind of fast. But all day and until the evening, then I release. Right now I've done videos like 2 days in between, but they're long, like 25 minutes. They're like good content on there and stuff. Question to Keis or Dan: how long do you edit a video? Yeah, exactly. Like the short daily ones. When I used to make daily, you would shoot to be able to edit faster. So when you're editing, like your first shot of the day is your first bit. Second, it's a lot more of an easy edit. When you're making like, if you knew you had a day to edit, you can be way more creative. You can like do lots of stuff and put it together. I like do lots of screen recording of stuff or stock footage and things and bring things in. But you can't do that if you're doing it daily on a 20-minute video. You just haven't got the time. Yeah. So you like shoot to what you can edit because you know your edit time. Oh, Nigel, cheers.
Thank you, Nigel. I try and keep my edits to under 4 hours now if I can. But it's tough. It's yeah. I mean, you get so fast. And I just saw Gone Adrift Sammy. He said these fellas are fast at editing, and we really are, because I catch myself sometimes and I'm doing things and I'm using the mouse with one hand and I've like got 3 fingers going at the same time, and you're just constantly doing things and just like cutting down. And I watched myself the other day. I was like, okay, like I am getting really quick at this.
Yeah, because you do it every day. It's like do anything every day. You're gonna
you get much better at shooting as well. I know, like I could shoot a video like in a really short amount of time, because okay, I've got that shot. Now I need 4 B-roll shots, and you can just bang.
I mean, no, not to overshoot. You did yesterday when we were filming stuff. You knew for me, like not to over. Like you can easily get too much content. The more content you get, the more you have to watch through. That's like loads of your time.
Yeah.
So you know not to overshoot, which is the biggest mistake you make.
Yeah, it's almost editing in camera that you get really good at. And you just know, like I know when I'm like, that's not enough, and I'm like, okay, I need like 4 more B-roll shots and 1 more talking for 30 seconds, and then I'm good.
Kick it. I use Adobe Premiere Pro because I use Photoshop a lot of stuff and use
I use
Final Cut.
I use Final Cut for ease. I wanted to get good at Adobe. I find Adobe is just too heavy. Like Dan since told me ways to get it to run faster on your computer. I found Adobe was just like a little bit too heavy. It was sort of my computer
It's a bit system heavy, right? Yeah, it makes it lag. But I found it took me, I for a year upgraded my computer spec because I was like, Adobe is lagging. And then I managed to find on a forum this like one setting like thing that made a huge difference. And now I can edit fine. But I don't know why they don't have this as default. They don't on Adobe.
But yeah, there's ways to speed it all up, right?
Dan, how'd you like your hair like that? Fucking hate it, man. Fucking.
I was gonna ask,
Fucking
like,
barber.
when you put up that one the other day, and all of a sudden your hair was just, but then you since explained it.
Razor blade barber, fucking. Like when I showed my girlfriend, she was like, "You look fucking horrible." She told me straight, she's like, "You look like a bad Forrest Gump." I was like, "Fuck you." It was such a bad fucking haircut. Look, you see, this it's growing out now. I mean, I don't care that much because I'm like, got a girlfriend already. God, I don't fucking worry, do I? She's sticking with me.
She's watching.
Yeah, she's watching. You dumped me now. She said she's at home cooking. She might be with another man, but stay to this haircut.
Space Cowboy, hey from Korea. Thank you. Hello. Whereabouts in Korea are you from? I absolutely love that country.
You know, that's good, right?
Terrible.
Fuck you. No, you know what I learned? Mashizio. Delicious. Mashizio. Oh, my girlfriend.
Like the word is right. Your
You know,
pronunciation is fucking terrible.
My pronunciation of all words, even English, is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Barbers do good fades. They do. Like the ones in Pattaya have had fucking sick fades. This guy shaved it up to here one, then got a razor blade out to here. I felt my skin for the first time. I put on a hat. I look like I lost all my hair. This is just a bad barber.
You look like you're from the Marines.
Yeah. Jarhead is what I look like, right? Get pink, Dan. Yeah, I know.
I saw something that I wanted to answer.
think it's too late to
Charlie
start
Brown. Charlie Brown, do you think it's
Yeah.
too late to start a YouTube channel in Thailand?
No.
No, not at all. We're 6 months old, both of us, really.
I'm making a full-time living on YouTube. So like, don't think the more channels there are, that's a bad thing. Like, this is the internet. Like, you're going to get suggested more. The more channels there are, the better. They're going to share more content. As long as it's good, like, they're going to share more content with people. If no one was searching for it, then you wouldn't do very well.
The biggest advice is to learn how to do YouTube. So this is, I tried YouTube for many years. Like when I was living in Korea, I tried to make YouTube and I failed. I like literally failed. I put out videos that I thought were great and they didn't get views and they didn't get exposure. I had no reach and I wasn't gaining a new audience and stuff like that. The hardest thing is to learn how to work the algorithm and everything like that. But there's a ton of tutorials on YouTube. If you check out vidIQ and TubeBuddy, they put out free tutorials and you can learn all about like search engine SEO, search engine optimization, and learn how to get that exposure because it's the hardest thing. And I read a thing and I can't remember the exact number, but I think it takes 80 videos for YouTube to figure out who you are.
Makes sense, yeah.
Because at the beginning, right, all your friends subscribe. So if we break it down like this simply, right, when you first have a channel, you post it on Facebook and all your friends subscribe. And one person may normally watch car videos and they subscribe. The next person watches boat videos and they subscribe. The next person watches travel videos and they subscribe. So YouTube has no idea at this point who you are. Until all your followers are within the same niche, YouTube doesn't know who you are. So that's the hardest part until you get down. And that's why search engine optimization is the most important thing.
It takes like 80 days. It'd be so good to have 80 videos in 80 days, right?
Yeah.
For YouTube to figure out quicker. That's a lot of work, obviously.
Yeah, every day, but upload as much as possible. Just keep doing it. Sometimes you get shit views.
Keeps it at specific.
You know, and you'll go days with not getting subscribers, and you think, and that's why I gave up because you think, oh, it's not working. Like I'm not getting anywhere, and I gave up too early. But you just need to keep pushing and keep pushing, keep pushing. Also, find other YouTubers within your same niche and work together.
Definitely.
That's definitely what helped us.
And then like other social medias, like to get someone from like Facebook to YouTube is really hard. If you ever click the YouTube link in Facebook and it opens up on like your browser, it's not like on purposely, it's not well, and like go on a drift, it says, are you jealous, angry that TikTok is so dominant? No, because we know people or friends of ours that use TikTok stuff and the earnings are like terrible. Views are great and it shares and it goes huge, but if it's not going to make you any money and you can't get people onto YouTube from it, then it's like not that great at all. if you can make a full-time living like millions and millions on TikTok, then it's amazing as anything. Facebook has an even better payout than YouTube, I believe, from friends that have managed to get monetized. But getting monetized on Facebook is much harder criteria than YouTube. So YouTube has this happy medium.
What are the fastest growing YouTube niches? That's a really good question, and
I don't know.
I really don't know because like
It's almost like the nichier the better, right?
YouTube is evolving so much, right? It used to be like prank videos and things like that.
Yeah.
And now I think each specific niche is getting stronger because more and more people watch, right? So we focus on travel / Thailand, and that content is getting stronger. That niche is getting stronger.
Whatever your niche is, like get it as tight as possible, and then
Yeah.
go with it forever. But that's it. It's food. Like, so there's a guy I always talk about in the UK, like a guy maybe in his 40s, maybe 50.
He eats hamburgers.
Yeah, he's called Rate My Takeaway. He's one of the
yeah.
fastest growing channels in the UK. Like maybe he's on like almost 400 something thousand or 300,000. And he just goes every day to a different takeaway, eats it, and he like it's almost 20-minute videos. Like he drives there, eats it, like rates it, talks to them. No production quality, hardly. Like it's just really down to earth. Because his niche is so tight, he eats takeaway. You know exactly what it is, and every video has the same format. It works. YouTube love him.
Yeah.
Proof that it doesn't really matter about quality too much, like to an extent.
Yeah, we actually got a couple of great comments here. Chelsea Paul said, I've been watching a lot of Casey Neistat. He is an idol of probably both of ours.
Yeah,
definitely of mine, but not just as a YouTuber, but as a person. If you know his, like if you've been watching a lot of his stuff, you'll hear his personal stories and what he's been through and how much he sacrificed to get to where he was. It's a very inspiring and just like inspiring, but also like an over-the-top story. So it's great to watch. If you like Casey Neistat, watch his more recent podcasts that he's done with other people because it's really
talks about
fascinating.
YouTube journey, right?
It's really fascinating to see. He is the ultimate extreme of YouTubers that just poured his entire heart and soul and absolutely everything into it. He is one extreme. I think we're trying to be like a few tiers down, but he's definitely a good role model, and he showed.
He's a role model for work
paved
ethic
the way.
of anything, right? Like tenacity of like stick to YouTube and make it work.
Just keep uploading. You know, I hear.
Do
this.
more. He's got that tattoo. I really wanted that tattoo to me. Do more.
Do more.
Ties are mad for TikTok. Yeah, and like talking about
Absolutely, yeah.
And there's another thing like here talk about YouTube and other YouTube going. I don't want a Thai audience, and probably you don't. It's not I don't want them. Like all audience is great, but as far as making money goes, if a Thai person in Thailand or any person in Thailand watches an advert, it's worth a very small amount of money to me. If they're in the US and UK, other European countries, Norway and things, it's worth so much more. So you don't want to try and grow an audience in Thailand. Like if you can help it, if you can grow an American, British, Australian audience, Canadian, great, because the ad space on your video to those countries are worth so much more. You'll see you get paid far more if you have that audience.
Yeah, and Buffalo said big YouTube channels always co-promote each other, and they weren't big YouTube channels when they started co-promoting each other.
Yeah.
I've followed so many people now that are well over 1 million that I've followed for years, and there were just like 2 or 3 guys. You know, there's a couple of New York guys that I really liked, and they actually lived together and they would co-promote each other, and that's been a massive part of our success is working together. You're essentially got twice as much reach because Dan reaches people that I don't reach. I reach people that Dan doesn't reach, and it's been a huge part of our growth, I think.
Is there a store is there a GoPro store in Icon Siam? I don't know, man. But in MBK at the top, there's a few stores that have GoPro, like official GoPro sections. If you need a mic, man. But I use the Rode mic. That's what mic you need.
There is a GoPro Thailand, but I've been there before. Like, so my old GoPro drone had issues here, and there's a GoPro Thailand. It's almost more. It's not a shop. It's more of a
Like a concession? What is it?
What the fuck's a concession?
That's a British term, maybe.
It's a company. It's like a corporate office, basically.
Oh, sorry.
And I went in there, but that like I managed to get blades for my drone from there. They don't have official GoPro stores, and I don't think many places like GoPro headquarters is in Singapore, which not many people know. But there's many GoPro outlets. It's not like Apple where there's an Apple store. And
like in MBK, the stores have like a shelf that's got all the official GoPro stuff, but the rest of it isn't.
Yeah.
Billy, rewind when you finish this. We talk about tax earlier in the video, mate. Check that out later when you got to. Oh, you mean you can go back now, but you'll miss me live talking.
Don't want to do that.
You don't want to miss that, mate.
Electric blue. Everyone's like saying Dan should dye his hair. We need to do something. Maybe we can do a...
We're going to make it a charity video. You know I love doing charity
a charity,
videos.
like a
if we get
GoFundMe
to
or
get
something, yeah.
$1,000 for this charity, Dan dyes his hair
What's
pink.
the colour that you would least want to do?
I'm not going to tell you that, am I?
No, but then we can put this to like a good... Something good can come from this. Oh, fuck off.
I don't know. You guys pitch it amongst yourselves.
No, because I feel like you would do pink, right? Like pink... The reason I do pink is because it's so ridiculously out there that I'm okay with it. But if someone said like do green, I'd be like, ugh, green looks weird. You know, I don't mind pink.
Green looks like you bleached your hair and went swimming.
Yeah.
Like, you're all right. Skinhead. No, Jersey, no. It's bad enough we had this catastrophe.
Now you're talking.
No, my hair, Samson, it's where my strength is, mate. Dan, go grumpy green, yeah. Got Oscar the Grouch green for grumpy.
Have you ever, bleach, like gone to do it, Sammy said, like have you ever bleached your hair?
Only like highlights, you know, when you're younger and you had the cap on
The tips.
and they brought it through. And then you did it with your mate and you did it on the side. And you
swimming cap, you cut holes in, like-
you had leopard spots on the side. Those were the days. Yeah, badly.
Billy, what happened to blonde? She's a keeper. I'm assuming you're talking to me. Blonde? Who? Have I had a blonde?
What about yourself? What
Am I a keeper? Blonde. I don't think...
You're bound to have had a blonde, mate.
Like, yeah. I'm trying to think of blondes I put on YouTube.
Cynthia count the light? No, dark.
Cynthia was never blonde. Answer back, Billy. I'm intrigued.
Dan, what hair product are you using? I don't know what it is. It's just a Thai one. Like I go to the big C and I poke my finger in all the waxes and I choose the hardest one and then put all the other ones back on the shelf. Like a dick.
Phil said we can call your lives chatting with Bluey and Pinky.
What are we now? Pinky in the brain? Hey! Do you remember that show anymore?
Blonde girl. Yeah, which is the blonde girl? If you know her name, or if you can tell me like a video that she was in, or
BKK. Yeah, explain, yeah.
Maybe my date, the Bart Simpson date video. If so, that's the girl I went to Pattaya with and did the Pattaya house party. Doinks, how old are you both? I'm 38, Dan's 35. We're old men.
34 and 14 months.
It's funny, someone said to me before, like, what's your, I said, oh, you look much younger. What's your secret? I said, I eat face cream.
Oh yeah. I think it's not having kids and too much stress or a job you hate. They're probably the key things, right?
Yeah, that's it. Like, I had this theory, right, that when you get to, like, I thought it was like 40 or 50, like once you get to that certain stage, you make your face, right? Like stressed people look stressed and angry people look stressed, or angry people look angry, and like whatever like phase of your life you're in, like if you're constantly like freaking out, then
I think waking up, like, to wake up for a job you don't like early, like with an alarm. I haven't set an alarm for years.
And that's a big thing is sleep too, right?
Oh, sleep massively way more. So I sleep until I wake up, which is a nice way to live.
Do that.
I just sleep until I wake up. I've never set an alarm for quite a few years because I've worked online. You get to choose your hours, and that's like the biggest thing for like happiness. I think
I get minimum 8 hours a night. Minimum. Like I aim for 9+. And you put out this great video recently, and Dan was talking about, he said, like I wake up at 10 o'clock or something. And I was like, thank God
someone else
does. Because like, if I'm waking up, even if I have to wake up at 11, I need an alarm.
I need an alarm, really?
Fuck it.
No, I wake up.
I don't know how you wake up naturally. Like, if I have no alarm, I can sleep 12 hours, no problem. Like,
really?
Daily. Like, every day I'll sleep 12 hours.
You'll live forever. By the way, Grumpy, watching this, I'm going to finish this beer and come home, okay? That's
cool. Let me know when you need to wrap up.
Yeah. Well, I just saw some good questions coming down. Are you guys planning on having kids? Well, together? We hadn't talked about it yet. We'll talk about it another time.
Me, no. Like, I don't plan to have kids. I'm not against it. But for me, that whole picket fence kids thing, like, that was never part of what I aspired to be. Or maybe it was when I was really young, but as I got older, it's just not something that I'm chasing. However, if I met the right person, I feel like if you meet that person, then you will know.
It will change,
and
right?
then everything changes,
yeah,
right? And I'm open to that. I'm not, like, that's not a shut door. I don't want kids. I don't want a wife, blah, blah, blah. I'm not looking for that, but if I meet that person, then I
Yeah, a little
totally
change.
welcome that.
I'm gonna have loads of kids because I want to get looked after. I think when I get older, I need looking after. I'm gonna go mad very early. I'm gonna have dementia. I'm gonna need looking after. I'm gonna have at least 4. Grumpy. I'm gonna have at least 4 because then if some of them go abroad, at least there'll be some, and we'll train them to be like, you have to look after your parents and stuff. Because me and Grumpy, we have both left home and left our parents. Like we're gonna train them there. This is what you do. You look after your parents. Thai culture. Because I need looking after when I'm older, man. We make YouTube. What's my pension going to be like, right? I need a kid to take care of me. Not using alarm for 30 years. Good. The glory of morning will always wake you up naturally. Yeah.
Yeah. Ting Tong Farang, if you drink much more, you'll be wearing your slords. Yeah, I think I'm already there.
Am I going to the fireworks this weekend in Pattaya? No.
What's that? I mean, there was just a festival in Bangkok this week.
I think I heard Bill say about those fireworks in Pattaya this weekend. But what was the festival last weekend called?
I was hoping you. Yeah. It starts with K. That one was just on. But you know the funniest thing, right? I thought that would be the best night to go out. So I actually went to Keis and Road that night, thinking everyone's out. This is going to be a great night. But actually, that night everything was by the book and everything shut at 9 o'clock. So I got to Keis and Road. It doesn't usually fire up until after 9 o'clock. And I like rolled in there like just before 9, and then police came and shut it all down. And I was like, yeah, cool, it'll open back up soon. And it didn't. So I was like, that's cool. I know tons of secret bars in Bangkok. Everybody follow me. I know where to go. And when the first place is closed, went to the next place is closed. So yeah, no, the holidays are actually more difficult.
Pension will look after you better than your offspring and cost less over a lifetime. Yeah, maybe, but I'd rather have my offspring put me to bed and wipe my ass than the national care system might do. And yeah, who knows what pension we'll have by then. You know they'll change it. State pension will disappear completely. People are living too long.
Well, you know, I'm coming back. For Australia, it keeps going up, right? So you used to be able to get the pension in Australia when you were 55.
Oh yeah, people living longer goes up.
And the life expectancy has since gone up.
Because people are living longer, if there's more
like,
years
now
to
you
pay
can't
out
get it
for,
till you're 60.
we haven't got
you
enough
can't
money.
get it till you're 70 or whatever.
In the UK, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I think, and it's different for men and women, different age, a bit unfair. I think it might be 68 or it's moving to 70 or something soon. I can't remember for the UK, but yeah, it's quite late.
Henry asked, how long are you guys planning on staying in Thailand? We both plan to live here. We touched on this earlier. We both plan to live here for quite a while. This will be our base. We plan to both travel to other countries, but we'll be based here. Like I plan to be based here, and I'll do it like a week in Japan and come back, and then a week somewhere else and come back.
It's the best hub.
It's the best hub, yeah.
Are those tattoos made in Thailand? Some are. I've been coming in for years. Some of my back are done. This Alfred Hitchcock is here in the back. This one is here. Some are in the UK, some are in the USA. Sorry, I keep knocking that camera. But here, right now, I know people that come on tattoo holidays, I've said this before. Right now, tattoos are 50% off because there's no customers and no foreigners. People have flown here, had loads of tattoo work, flown back, and saved money with quality tattoos. They have the best tattooists in the world here, like amazing. Saved money compared to getting those tattoos back in like the UK and had a holiday here, be it in pain mostly.
Someone asked where we get the black face masks. You can buy them in, like I got my last one, it's like a pack of 50. Unbelievably cheap.
Buy them on Lazada?
No, I just bought from some guy in the street, yeah.
Lazada here, by the way, is like their version of Amazon or eBay stuff is cheap. But yeah, they sell them on the street. Remember when face masks in the UK we started running out and they were so expensive on like eBay and stuff? Here, a pack like 100 baht will get you fucking 100 like.
I feel like I paid like 100 baht for 50.
Yeah.
And I haven't gone through them all yet.
Yeah, so cheap.
The paper ones are by far the best. So I came over here. They're not the most comfortable paper ones, but they breathe the most, and they're the least hot on your face. So I actually, when I was in Australia, I used these like cool foamy ones from Japan, and they look really, they fit to your face really well, and they look nice.
But you'd be sweating so much here.
And yeah, when I'm in there in Australia, and it was like a cool time of year, it was fine. There was no issue. And I got here to Bangkok, and it's like my face just sweats the whole time in these ones. And it wasn't until I broke mine when we were out actually one day.
You broke it.
Broke, and I put a paper one on.
We're in the BTS. You went to buy one, right?
Yeah, first I bought a cloth one, and that was worse. And then I bought a paper one, and I was like, "Fuck."
It's the humidity here and the sweat.
So much
you need
better,
that medical one that are so light.
You get this face sweat.
for Christ's sake, don't come back to live in Oz. That's for you.
Yeah, I don't plan to.
Me neither. I don't know
Yeah,
anything about
sorry,
it.
Phil.
I got family there. I'd like to visit. I'm English. Everyone's got a family in Australia, right? I will visit one day, I guess. Be nice, really nice.
Yeah.
What's the best mask for long distance flight? Yeah, one you can breathe easy, like the medical ones. When I flew over here, I looked across me on a Swiss airline. I was in business class, and the guys that had face masks put it over their eyes, and no one cared. Used it as an eye mask.
Yeah. People do that, right?
I don't find it enough.
Keis and Dan need to make YouTube vids when we're 80. You know, like, this is something
forever.
I've thought about, right? Like, where's the end? And obviously we're working on, like, we're both working on other things that you eventually branch out from YouTube. And if you look at any successful YouTuber that gets older, you don't see what happens. You know, they stop making videos, or they slow down when making videos, but they focus on other projects. Or a lot of them make more money and they don't need to focus on YouTube anymore. But I think it would be a cool thing to still do the videos, right? Like,
I enjoy it.
as long as you don't get burnt out. I think the biggest thing that happens with a lot of YouTubers, they get to a point and they're so burnt out that they're like, I don't want to make another video ever again.
Yeah. But it's like with any business, if you get successful at anything, you don't then keep doing your job. You invest in other things, as I guess YouTubers do, and they get so successful, they then have other online business. I've got online products that I sell, and they do that, right? But I mean, YouTube has, I forget what the stat was, like 500 million hours of content uploaded daily, something ridiculous, right? It's bigger than any TV network in the world, obviously. So if you don't think the BBC is going to vanish, or any other channel in your own country, like, YouTube is far from vanishing anytime soon, right? It's not MySpace and it'll be gone and Facebook take over. It's like, it's too embedded in people's culture.
YouTube's Google, right? So
it's Google, yeah.
Google's not going fucking anywhere ever.
You can be safe for the decade plus, but yeah, let's see.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Google, like, there's these big companies, right? You look at, like, Tesla, Apple, Google, like, companies like this will find a way to capitalize on everything, and they will take over everything in the end.
I mean, Google's only buying more and more and becoming more of a market share. So in that case, YouTube just has more of a place and isn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
My phone go. Let's see if
CB Media has done very well from YouTube. He's done incredibly well. And the genius of CB Media, and we've talked about this on other lives, but it's a great thing to talk about, is that he covers two topics. He covers Thailand and he covers automotive. So I actually found him because I'm into both these topics, and I'm more into automotive of what I watch on YouTube. And when I saw this, the long-tail boat racing video, I was like, oh, like, I love engines. I'm into Japanese cars and stuff like that. And then when I saw this, I was like, this is amazing. So I showed my brother and everyone. I was like, this is so cool. And when he's, like, also focused in Thailand, I was like, this is my perfect channel. I watched him more than anyone here in Thailand.
This is a comment one came through before. What was your channel before? I had a channel called Dan Britain, and I followed, like, the views, which was a mistake, and I, like, made loads of nightlife content with alcohol, party, girls, patio, and all those videos are now on my Patreon. You can see them, me going out partying and stuff. If you go on YouTube, YouTube doesn't want to show those videos because advertisers don't want to advertise on them. It's not YouTube being, like, facetious, or it's not being, like, anything else. It's just that advertisers don't want to advertise on videos showing nightlife and alcohol.
Any questionable...
Which is my right. If I advertise this remote control, I would say don't show me on red light district videos. It's like, it's perfectly, like, fine.
Yeah.
So YouTube will limit you. That happened to my whole channel. When a certain number of videos get limited, it limits everything. So if I put up any video about anything, about this, it would demonetize it. So I took that channel down, started this one 6 months ago. It's now bigger than my old channel. But if you want to see party nightlife videos, they are on Patreon.
And so much better, right? Like,
so much better. I love this.
Let's, like, hypothesize here, right?
Yeah.
If your last channel didn't get demonetized and you went down that, like, continued that avenue, do you think you would be anywhere near as successful?
One, there's not much live, she'd be fucked, but I couldn't on that channel.
Into that.
I would have to only do that, because if you put out a video on hotels, on food, people don't care because you're the nightlife guy, right? That's what they subscribe for. And one of my videos got over 1 million views, got me loads of subs, but they subscribed for that kind of video. So if you had to do anything else at any time, you'd be screwed. No one would watch.
Yeah.
So you're doing that forever, which is not what I want.
And this is, I think, this is something we didn't know 6 months ago, right?
Yeah. I didn't
Something
know that.
I didn't know 6 months
Even
ago.
until really recently when we've tried. I did a video just last week that was I knew it wouldn't be as popular, but like I compared a $6 camera I bought here in Thailand when I'm filming and the GoPro, and I knew it wouldn't be as like popular for my viewers, but I bought it here in Thailand. You can buy cameras here in Thailand, it's YouTube, and it completely flopped. So I know like you're so pigeonholed in what you can make, which is fine because I do like we're in Thailand, we make content and stuff.
And I realized in the journey of doing all this is like when I came over here, my list of videos that I wanted to do, I had this massive list and I'd done so much homework and everything.
Yeah.
And I came with this massive list and you end up like fucking half of them off. It's like, these aren't going to work or these will like lead me down the wrong direction or anything like that. So yeah, you really need to be aware of, and like we said, these are things that you've learned in the last 6 months. I just didn't know these things. And that's another great thing about us being friends is that I've gotten to learn from his camera, like his channel being demonetized and having to start a new channel. Because you're already here, right?
Yeah. I arrived, came out of quarantine, and YouTube limited my channel on like almost a day. Heartbreaking. My first video on this channel is heartbroken in Thailand.
And this was the game plan, right?
I had this plan.
Here, I'm going to be a YouTuber.
I've got a channel with 10,000 subs. I'm coming back. I've sold my house. I'm doing it. And then YouTube wiped me out day one. I was like, start again. And here we are. But really glad I did because
you can do what you actually want to do.
And you can visit these nightlife places, which I will, and you will and stuff, and do like cool videos, but they can't be everything. And it can't be everything right now because we have a lockdown in those places.
And that's why you'll see we'll kind of strategically place them throughout our videos as well. I know when it's time to do a update video or a nightlife video or a Calcine Road or a dating video. And these people bring in these videos bring in new audience, but you just need to bring in just enough to get you through to the next time that you do that without pigeonholing you into that topic.
That pink camera should be donated to Adam. You want that $6
Is it
camera?
pink?
It's pink, yeah. I've got one. I've got pink, blue, white.
Can I put it here on my display?
Yeah, you can have
I'll
it.
give you $8.
It's the fucking most terrible camera I've ever seen in my life. It was like a 1980s
$8, right?
CC2. $6. You can have it.
$6, yeah. Put it up on there. That'll look good on my new display.
It's fucking, if you haven't seen that video, it's terrible. I was like walking with it, and it shot in 4:3 only, and then shaky, 15 frames a second. You get what you pay for with camera quality.
So, do you get, and I'm asking you a question now, like, you get a lot of people asking about, like, to see Grubby in videos.
Yeah.
Do you have a strategy of how much you show her and how much you don't show her?
No, it's purely on availability. Like, when I made videos every single day, she could obviously only be in about 8 of the month. I made 30 maximum because she works Monday to Friday, right? And I film in the day and edit and release in the evening. So she was only ever going to be on a small number. And now she also getting the poor girl to she works really hard and long hours, and it's difficult time in Bangkok right now. Like, restaurants open back up, they need employment. She works like so much to then be like, hey, come in my video and do this and do this. Like, I have no plan on it. I just we just go by ear.
And I saw this great podcast, the one I sent to you about Casey, and he talks about getting Candace on film, and he said like he knows like the questions he can ask her to get the response out of her that he wants because he knows she hates being on camera. But he knows there's every now and then he can just like turn on the camera, ask a quick question, get the reaction he wants, and then that will make the
and that's it, right?
Thing.
Yeah.
But you need to balance that out because like you don't want your entire vlog to be about that.
Yeah. And you're still running a life at the same time, right? It's still my girlfriend, like going out for the weekend. Like this weekend, me and her will go away.
But that's it. Most importantly, that's your girlfriend.
Yeah.
You know, that's the
well, we'll go away this weekend.
It's not for content.
And I'm not filming me and her away this weekend. I'm going to make a video Friday, I expect.
Oh, you're not making a weekend away vlog?
No. We're just going to have the weekend together. Sorry, guys. But I'll make a good one on Friday and I'll edit over the weekend and it'll be a great video. But it's like you have to separate some of my time.
I find like I value those times when I'll turn the camera off and just like actually the last time I was in Pattaya, I caught up with my friends in Pattaya that I see every time I'm there, and like the girls that I was meeting, they expected to be in the vlog, and I finished up the video. I crammed all my content in before I got to Pattaya. Turned the camera off and put it away, and then when I met them, they were like, "Where's your camera?" And I'm like, "No, like tonight's just about me hanging out with you."
Yeah, nice.
And they were like, "Oh, that's really cool." I feel like they a little bit wanted to be in the,
they're like, oh, cool.
But they were also really touched by.
You just gave them your time.
The personal and this is another thing, right? I show, like doing daily, I show so much of my life, but there's so much also that I don't show.
Yeah.
Some of my videos that may seem like they're an entire day, I can craftily shoot them in an hour. I shot a video that looked like it was throughout a whole day, and I shot it within about 100 square meters. On one battery on GoPro.
If we were rich and successful enough, you'd have someone vlogging. You could have a B channel and a C channel filming the rest of your life, right?
Yeah.
I do that. Hello from Brighton. Hey, how you doing down there? Miss Brighton.
Yeah. Thank you, mods. Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Sammy. I don't see. We don't see all the comments, so if people are talking shit, we don't get to see it. So thank you for deleting. I think one of them was about cream pie, which sounds really bad, but that's actually CB Media's car. He called it cream pie, and pie as in...
Did he?
It's the place...
Oh, yeah.
PAI, the city here in Thailand. So it's a play on words. Cream pie is his new car that he bought, which is really cool. I saw the comment before it got deleted, so it looked sketchy, but I think it was...
Boston says, talking about like demonetization stuff, from 100 ideas you can only monetize 5. I think it's the other way around. From a list of 100 you could demonetize 5. I think the things you can't, like girls, alcohol, this kind of stuff, of course they've got a place. YouTube is a business, running advertisers. Like, you wouldn't expect this water company to advertise inside your strip club, right? Same thing with YouTube. If you're showing a certain type of content, they won't advertise on there. There's loads you can do about, but we're used to watching, if you're on this live stream, we're used to watching Thailand stuff, which has a kind of content and things, but we steer away from that pretty well.
Roofing Transformations asked a really good question. Do you get anxious about putting yourselves out there on camera?
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, no, not at all now.
You know,
I did a practice before I came, years ago, before I came to Thailand. I did a couple of practice videos, and then the first time I came to Thailand, I shot loads of content, went home and edited it, and learned from that. But not in the slightest.
Yeah, you know, like for me, it was not the anxiety part of it was not the final product. It was more walking around the streets with the camera pointing at your face.
But that's easier here than at home, right?
It is
so much easier.
It is. Oh yeah. And I practiced, like, this will sound insane. I practiced in my, when I lived in Australia before I wanted to become a vlogger, I lived in a building complex, and I would practice in this like a communal garden park area, and I would walk through there and I would practice walking, talking into a camera, and then I would edit the videos because I wanted to be good by the time I actually launched doing what I did. And just at the beginning, if someone was walking towards you, you'd put the camera away. You don't want to be walking, talking into a camera because you're kind of shy. Like, and now the more you do it, it just becomes so normalized. It can be anything going on around me, and I'll just pull out a camera and start talking.
You start hierarching this, right? Like, now we're making money, a full-time living, have this nice life because of this. I start putting it into like a hierarchy, right? I look stupid in front of this person filming now. Maybe I do. In here in Asia, they're used to it a lot more, but in this part of Asia. But I will never see that person again, ever. I don't know that person. So for me, filming this and making a video is going to make me money, grow, everything else, channel, doing the career that I love, based on like some stranger looking at me for a second who will equally forget me in the next 1 minute, like that he's like, don't worry about it. Like, don't have any anxiety over it. It's a stranger. You don't know.
Yeah.
Who cares?
That's the hardest part, I think, is filming, because like once you put it out there, there's no anxiety. You know there's going to be people that don't like it and people that talk shit. That's just... And I started to realize that in the YouTubers that I would watch, like the big guys that I would watch, and they put out content that I think is perfect, and I would binge watch this stuff, and I'm like, this person is amazing. And people talk shit on them, they get down votes and stuff like that, and I think, well, if they're getting down votes, then I'm fucked. Like, I have no hope.
Oh, don't worry.
So you got to brace yourself.
There's going to be negatives. I got like some today, like, but remember, when one person like critiques you, one person, thousands of views, millions of people out there, whatever, and like you just follow your nose for like for the content you're making. If I'm growing and doing well, that person's wrong and I'm not, right?
Well, that's it. I mean, if you get 10K views and 2 shitty comments, like that's 10,000 people or 9,998 people that like you.
The negative comment is
then
wrong.
Fuck
right?
it, like, yeah.
What do they know? People love to be like a YouTube critique, like they know everything. Don't have a channel, haven't done this.
And I think the more and more you do it, the easier it gets. I think Dan and I both have the personality that's water off a duck's back.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, I don't care when there's a bad comment.
I don't care. The ones that bug me are more the ones about my friends. Like if I feature a girl or someone that I one of my friends or someone that I care about in a video and people talk shit about them, then that upsets me. Jeffrey Peterson, who's another YouTuber that I know here in Bangkok, said, do you guys have any trouble with getting the green dollar sign right away? If you getting a yellow button, a yellow one, I'd have to wait a week. If you're getting a yellow thing, just stay away from whatever it is that's triggering that.
You've got to be careful. I've got experience with that. Limited.
Talk on that.
Right.
I'm gonna piss.
Yeah, pee. So, limited means, so obviously, like the content in a, it depends how much piece of content you've got on and whether you can like submit your own rating, right? Which when you get to a certain level, obviously, you know, you can. I got limited on a video, got limited on a second, limited on another and stuff. When you hit a magic number, no one knows what this is. So I put like 20. It's basically when you've told YouTube, yes, monetize this, and then boom, they limit it. When you've done that enough times, forever your content will be limited. And then you could put up a video about this battery, and that will also be limited. I got to a point where they said on my last channel, that's why I took it down and started a new one. They said, no matter what you make now, you hit a magic number where you told us it was okay and we limited it. When you hit that magic number, forever your content is going to be limited. Stay away from like red light district stuff and nightlife and things. And obviously if you've built like a channel gearing towards that, it's difficult to sway away from it. I started a new channel, which was the hardest thing in the world to do. 10K subs, and I've been working on it for a while, whatever. But ultimately it was the best thing to do. YouTube aren't silly, and there isn't only that kind of content to make, limited style content. There is more out there. Other people have made it. CB Media is a great example. People like slate him and stuff about stuff, but he stayed away from Pattaya content. He did a couple of videos for a really long time and made, you know, like arguably in the top few like Thai vloggers that there are, and didn't have to hit on that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and just I would just avoid any content that YouTube doesn't like, because like Dan, it was so sudden that you just
everything's gone.
Everything's gone, and all that hard work is just down the drain. So anything that may trigger that, just stay away from it. And I think your channel, you're at the stage where you can sort of dictate the road that you're going to go down. So, and once you get to a point, now my videos get monetized straight away. So it doesn't go through the YouTube scanning. It just asks me to self-analyze.
Because you've had enough videos that they agree with you on the monetization, right?
So now it's just instant monetization. And I flirt with the edge, right? Like my video yesterday that I put out, I've used segments of copyrighted content. There's a certain percentage, you can only have 25% of your content can be copyrighted. Anyway, there's like all these stipulations. But if you have a good enough rating and a good enough like relationship with the YouTube ad monetization, then you can get away with a bit more. But don't flirt with the edge.
And if you, for example, if either of us flirted with the edge for too long and got limited ones, like we'd soon steer like well away from it. Like don't risk your whole channel and career. And Keik said another thing, wasn't it from revising your playlist? So this weird thing happened. I had all my content up, loads of nightlife, partying, and YouTube monetized it. I don't know if they changed something in the last year or so. I then made new playlists like here's Pattaya nightlife, here's this. And because I moved them into different playlists, YouTube like looked at them again and got rid of my whole channel. This is your whole livelihood, your whole life's plan gone.
Be clever. Yeah. Prinzo Worldwide said, how do you handle irate people who are hostile when you indirectly vlog them? And this is a very big thing of what I do. I try and keep everyone out. I think not only is it not okay to film people without asking them first, I just think it's something you shouldn't do. And this is our like
the channels that film like girls on the street and stuff, that kind of thing.
These like
we don't.
And I'm happy to say like Bangkok 112. These sort of like peeping Tom type channels, like I disagree with what they do. My own personal opinion. I don't think you should film people without their consent and stuff like that. I don't know the legalities here in Thailand of what you can and can't do. So I just don't do it basically. And that's why when we do a lot of nightlife videos, it's difficult because I don't want to show people drinking in a bar. For their own privacy, you know, there's people here.
I've only had a couple of times on my last channel when I was in Pattaya, like a guy was like, can you not like show me in any content? Because he didn't want to be seen that he was maybe there or whatever his own personal reasons. And that was fine. I left that shot out, but it didn't happen too many. But I didn't like put other people in shots, right? I just saw a comment about, I hear Jeff Carter's come back to Thailand. Is that true? So Jeff Carter is, so all those old school like Pattaya vloggers, he was like, even before them, an English guy, lot of personality, but still lives in the UK, comes back. I would love to meet Jeff Carter. He's one of the reasons, him and Kevin Thailand, that I started vlogging here, and for that reason. I would love to.
So Jeffrey just commented back on that. It does go green, but having to challenge one every 3 or 4. I would look at what the content is and what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
So if it's something in Soy Cowboy, or if it's something talking about nightlife, if it's something, just avoid that topic altogether, because like Dan said, if you do it too much, like then you're fucked forever and you have to start all over
And
again.
you can't talk to them. Once they've limited it and they limited my channel forever, I was like, oh please, I won't do it again. What was it? No. You're never making money on YouTube
done,
again.
See you later.
Done. Don't risk it. Does the country of origin YouTube setting play a role? No.
No, I don't think so.
No. My channel is 50% is UK and US, and the rest a lot of European, and then Thai is there somewhere. And I'm in Thailand, right?
I think it's more. I don't think your country, because I think YouTube kind of chooses it for you until you select it, right? Because I had to change mine.
Based on who's watching, I guess.
I had to choose mine to be Australia to get monetized in Australia.
Oh, I got it.
Right?
Yeah.
But before that, I thought I was in the Philippines because that's where most of my views and most of my content was from. Because before coming to here, I did a whole lot of Philippines content. So it just said I was in Philippines, and I'd never done that myself. So, guys, do you think daily videos can affect previous? Yeah,
Previous what? Where's that?
previous video views.
Oh, that's
Yes.
something we talk about a lot. That's why this month's a good month, test month.
Yeah, I think so. My channel, my personal channel, I average over, I'd say close to 20,000, between 15 and 20,000 views per day. But my video that I put out each day doesn't get to 10,000. So more than half of the views each day are from older videos. I think the benefit of having a daily video, or at least every second day, right? We're unsure right now the path of daily or every second day, but constant activity is people will find your video, go, oh, that was a cool video, let's watch another one, let's watch another one.
Yeah. Daily's better for discovery, like,
But-
and all content.
Like daily or every second day, it may not make a difference, but you know, if you go every week or every month, then there's definitely like a bigger gap between where
Yeah,
people
that'll
can
make a
find
difference.
you.
Yeah.
We're trying to figure out the sweet spot between daily and every second day at the moment.
This month I'm pretty much every other day, sometimes every like third day. But to compensate for that, I've done a longer video. So we're seeing whether, so I get less views in numbers than last month, but people watch for longer. So I'm making as much money. But we're seeing whether those people then go on to watch another video, or whether, because it's a better edit quality, because you've got a whole day to edit that video, whether people like your content more and they subscribe or they watch something else. We'll see at the end of the month. Right?
And do people have 1 hour to spend on YouTube and they watch 3 20-minute videos in an hour, or 6 10-minute videos in an hour? Well, like, this is all stuff we're going to see. Guys, we're going to finish this up here. I just realized the time that it's 9 o'clock. This is so much fun for us. And it really gets away. I had no idea how quickly the time had gone away. I thought it was like 8 o'clock.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna drink this up and go home. Grumpy's cooked me food, cooked me kapow.
She might be really grumpy by the time. You haven't had any messages? You okay?
All right, guys, live. Let's check if I'm in trouble from the missus. Oh no, last time she said, "Dickhead, it's okay," and did me a kiss face.
You got the best girlfriend.
Coming home now. She's probably watching, so she knows.
Cool. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. These are a lot of fun for us. We'll do them every second week, and we'll bounce back and forth between Dan's channel and my channel. Dan owed me one, that's why I got this one. So
I did, yeah. You see that video tomorrow.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you very much, guys.
See you later.
Have
Cheers,
a great night.
cheers,
See you later. Fuck, what is this? How do we finish it?
See you, guys.
Thank you. Yeah, and then it's like, oh wait, what do we do?
I think we exit here. See ya.
Bye. That's not it. We're still...